Bacon.
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 Hear us.
Welcome back, dear listeners. We are delighted to have you joining us once again for another thrilling episode of Shadows of Prophecy. Brace yourselves for a journey full of magic, adventure, and spine-tingling horror as our heroes delve deeper into the truth of the void. So, grab your favorite snack, get cozy, and prepare yourselves as we embark on this exciting journey together. With us today, we have Dan.
That's me. I'm Dan. I am playing the scholar and rogue, mostly human, and oh my god, I just totally blanked out. I blacked out. And
Black. I'm kidding.
what is? Wait. Oh, and lip reading extraordinaire, Wren. It's fine. I did okay.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Chris.
I'm playing Tiefling Cleric and Lover of Cocktails, Salvador Rose.
Work diva. Work diva.
Hi, I'm Russell. Damn. I'm playing Upri, Upperlin, Let's Make Like a Tree, because I am one now, Johannesburg, the half-orc wild magic barbarian.
And Kai.
Oh, that was it. Okay. The past
No
two
poem
sessions,
today.
they've been given. Hi, my name is Kai, aka Killer Croc, today, and I am playing the half-elf warlock Yonce Bay, and 404 open and quip not found.
As we immerse ourselves in the shadows of prophecy, be warned, for this tale explores the darkest corners of the human soul and psyche, where the line between good and evil is blurred, and unspeakable horrors linger in every shadow. Our story is not for the faint of heart, for it will not only bring us to mysterious lands, but have us walk down treacherous paths with unforeseen dangers, as our heroes, who are not always virtuous, confront villains who are not always wicked. As the prophecy unfolds and the fate of the world hangs in the balance, only one thing is for certain. Nothing is as it seems. So, stay sharp, ready yourselves, and we may just make it through this together as our heroes continue to pull back the veil. Shadows of Prophecy is a Dungeons & Dragons actual playcast with violent themes and adult language. Listener discretion is advised. Join us as we enter the Shadows of Prophecy, Act 3, The Brink of Nothingness, Chapter 15, Behind Closed Doors. Previously on Shadows of Prophecy, we kicked off by waiting on Yonce's Zasparilla. Cyril eventually returned with the refreshments, and Daphne led the group on a transcendental trip, mostly powered by hallucinogens, to view the state of the world today. They saw the twisted wasteland near the sunken tower, where members of the Silence are amassing an army of monsters from the void. They shifted to the next destination and observed the iron grip of the Order of Preya and Pudicum it now exerts on the city of Entropolis. Lastly, they visited the grim remains of a shattered planet. After their bird's high view of the world, Daphne and Cyril handed over the reins to the heroes, giving them a pouch of 4,000 gold pieces to aid in their plan of gathering support from the Underkeep's more prominent figures. Ahead of a masquerade ball set for 3 weeks from now. Once dismissed by the teachers, the party made their way to Penny's, a lively upscale tavern in the working class area of town. Sal scoped out his next boyfriend from the trio of bartenders
Slut.
and worked his charm as he flirted and
With love. Slut with love.
plied the tiefling mixologist Malroy for information. The others watched from afar, getting the play-by-play narration from Wren, who can, in fact, read lips. A sudden earth tremor rocked the floating island and quickly dissipated. The group signed up to participate in Stadium Days, basically the Olympics for wizards, who perform feats of magic for trophies, and headed back to Daphne's. In their slumber, later that night, there were no dreams, only nightmares. Once again, they were thrown into an encore performance of their tangle with the strays. With the director pulling the strings, Nim slipped away into the rolling fog on stage as shadowy phantoms of the strays closed in on the party. Illusory scenes from Yonce and Upri's played out on stage, but not exactly as they were remembered. They had been manipulated to play out in sadder and more bitter ways. Like a modern-day Hamlet, Wren sniffed out that Nim was making these illusions while hiding behind a curtain, and subsequently hurled a dagger at him. Nim teleported to the catwalk, but was summarily knocked to the stage, courtesy of a hammer hurled by Upri. Wren acquired a fun new meld form. Yonce blasted Nim to bits, and the party woke up suddenly in a cold sweat. Upri stumbled into the hallway, revealing a shocking, more tree-like complexion after seemingly merging with their magic tree hammer, Fern.
When you said more, I thought you thought of I thought you were thinking of like Ortello's like more. The fuck? More means black.
Oh,
No, not that kind of tree.
That's why I was like, ooh, spicy.
There were a lot of like Shakespearean references too. So
Yeah.
but before we begin, I have a message from our sponsor.
What?
In the heart of the sprawling metropolis, every bustling street corner listens to the stories whispered by the footsteps of countless strangers, each one bearing their own burdens and aspirations. The cityscape listens to the symphony of car horns, sirens, and human chatter. A cacophony that harmonizes with the relentless energy of urban life. Amidst the towering skyscrapers and bustling crowds, the city listens and holds with its concrete embrace the collective dreams and tribulations of its inhabitants, a sprawling mosaic of human existence. Upri. Your heavy eyelids flap shut for the last time this evening. As your heart begins to slow and your breath begins to deepen, the world around you, all its visions, smells, and sights and feelings float away, and you drift off into a slumber. From the darkness of your dreamscape you begin to hear the faint lullaby of a woman singing high, glass-like tones. And then you get this warm breeze against your cheek. And the damp smell of the forest flower wafts into your nose. And then the sweet scent of dahlias.
This is brought to you by Devon by Zephyr Maleficana.
Wait.
A ray of sun pierces across the black darkness as the image of the lush greenery begins to fade into view. You find yourself deep in the thicket of the enchanted forest. One foot in front of the other, leading you towards the melodic tones of the singing. As you push past the grand undergrowth into a small clearing, you see her and know her by name the moment you lay eyes upon her viney form.
Fern?
Startled, her singing stops, and she raises her head to you, setting down the lyre she plucked alongside her singing. And she begins to float towards you.
Have you been a bard this whole time?
She smiles, tilts her head at you, and holds out a hand.
I'll take her hands.
No words are exchanged, but the sentiments pass to you nonetheless. She is thankful. She is loving.
Oh, I love you too, Fern. Can you feel love? What is happening?
Again, a smile stretches across her face, and flowers begin to bloom in what can only be described as hair.
That's a neat trick.
And then you see a glow in her chest between her breasts. It is warm, and it radiates the warmth across your face. With one hand held in hers, she takes the other and presses it onto this warmth.
Oh,
And she nods to you in a beckoning manner. And then she looks at you quizzically.
all right. I let her put my hand on her titties.
She presses your hand into her chest and then releases as the warm glow begins to lift out of her chest. And she guides you, your hand in hers, as this orb floats above the two of you. Again, she looks at you quizzically, as if to suggest a gift.
Oh. I love gifts.
of herself
Oh.
onto you.
Am I gay? Do I want this? I think I do.
Bitch. I love it.
With your confirmation, she takes your hand and turns it now towards your own bosom.
Oh my, this is going so fast.
The orb of light warming itself into your chest before nuzzling in. As it presses into your clavicle, you feel the warmth radiate through your body. And then Fern approaches you. She presses her body up against you, forehead to forehead, nose to nose. Her lips gracing yours. She takes a breath with you.
Whoa.
And then she tilts her head down as if to nod in agreement and encouragement. And then she tilts her head up, expands her chest, outstretches her arms, and waits for your embrace.
Oh, Upri goes in. You know, kiss, 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 slowly getting lower. And we'll just scoop her up and pin her to like the nearest patch of beautiful wildflowers. And then, you know, fade to black, slowly work her way down.
Wait, are you making love with?
A tree.
To a tree, yes.
You know what?
A tree person.
Shadows of prophecy. We
As
love all that
you
shit.
share this embrace of love between you and this now autonomous spirit of the forest, whom you have known your entire life, you begin to merge as one.
Oh, Lordy.
In pure ecstasy,
Ooh.
Oh.
as we fade to black and into the remaining dreams of your night. The ones following not so pleasant, which we've already covered. So we will now fast forward to the morning after. The four of you have woken up in a cold sweat after fighting Nim and the strays in a encore event. This one not guided by the director, but by the dreamer.
Mm.
Someone who
That's right.
has found reason to put these visions in front of Upri and Yonce.
Can y'all get your titans under control?
I can't. He controls half of our, or a third of our day. I don't know how I could do that. The dreamer, he's in controls of dreams, or he's some sort of dream. demon.
Everyone's dream?
I'd imagine he has some play in everybody's dream. Maybe it's like he has a cycle with other dream titans, or he deliberates it, or distributes the workload to his underlings.
Okay, but is he hot like the guy in the same man?
Honestly, I think it's a woman. I don't know.
Oh.
I've never seen them. I've only.
Oh, I guess Titans could transcend gender.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Wait,
But-
so go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say they're not very personable person.
That's true.
So have we reached a point where we're all outside of our rooms?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. And I was like, I can't find Fern.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact that Upri is now textured?
We should probably
Yeah,
talk about
I just-
that.
What? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do that too.
Oh yeah,
I
you
forgot we can be tree people together.
You can blend in.
Team Tree blasting off at the speed of light.
It is one of my more powerful transformations. So
How the hell did that happen?
I thought it was a dream. I mean, team out, but I was eating out dryad fern, and then
Eden Bush.
and then the nightmare began. I was eating.
psychic damage.
That is inspiration, Salvador.
What, I can get inspiration by giving puns? I love that.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
wow.
Sorry.
Somewhere
Wait,
Pan
so-
Pan is not happy.
So is or very happy. So is Fern like Fern isn't like tucked in your next to your bedside somewhere. You're like
No, I
Fern
think
is
she's-
inside you
Yeah.
or part of you.
Oh wow.
Maybe.
I'm gonna peek inside your room to see if I can see Fern.
Yeah, I mean, I can't find her anywhere.
Would you like to give
And
me
there are
an
no holes in the
investigation
there are no
check?
holes in the ceiling where Fern could have been thrown.
Oh, in my sleep?
Yeah, you didn't throw a
Oh.
hammer, right? We
Let
all
me
had the
start
same
looking
dream.
too.
Yeah,
Just
she's-
to be clear, that
Oh.
was I figured that was real. I assumed, but I wanted to double check.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
saw the vignettes of your family that were not so nice.
Yeah, that was fucked up. I don't.
Yeah, that was really fucked up.
It's weird that we all had that same dream. I wonder who did that.
Could be anybody.
Yeah.
Sal's looking nervously around.
You said investigation.
Yes.
That's a 12, so that's a 25.
I can't.
All right. So you do see like the drag marks beside Upri's bed, where there was like a gentle rocking of the stone on the wooden ground
A gentle
during the nighttime routines that you've often seen her partake in around the campfire of watering fern,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
tending and pruning. Just very subtle, like almost tool marks of where that activity would have taken place.
I don't think
And
I
you
wanna hear my
see
sister.
one leaf resting on the side table. But besides that, no other signs of distress. No holes in the ceiling, of course.
That's okay. And the rock that Fern is attached to that makes the hammer, that's gone too. You absorbed the rock as well, not just the tree.
Your six pack is even rockier.
I guess so. I don't know. I'm just gonna and cast plant growth,
Oh.
and the entire room is just full of a beautiful wildflower meadow. Oh fuck!
Not
That's
more
new.
difficult terrain.
It is difficult terrain, but it
Oh.
pretty.
I wade through the.
There is so much happening right now. First, we fought off Nim in our dreams, and then Upri is now a fucking tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just too much for me, and I just... Yonce walks to bed. I'll deal with this in the morning. Good night.
Good night, y'all.
And I slam the door. Fucking magical shit. Fuck all this bull.
Is there an emergency sarsaparilla that I can find that Cyril brought and leave it outside their door?
Cyril did buy like a 6-pack,
Okay.
and so you would know that he would have placed it in the ice box in the kitchen.
Okay.
If you would like to
Yeah, I'll grab one and set aside in the morning.
just like set it next to the door.
Yeah.
A morning sarsaparilla.
Well, with my telekinesis that I now have for being level 11, I open the door and I float the sarsaparilla and I slam it. I'm
I
gonna
can hear the glass like clinking to the ground as
Exactly.
Salvador places it there.
Honestly, I can do whatever I want. I'm about to refill all my slots anyways. So short rest, warlock, gang.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness.
the amount of times I've said gang today. Anyways, good night.
And good night to the 4 of you as you spend the remainder of your evening unperturbed by any more dreams or nightmares.
Thank you.
You wake up feeling refreshed the next morning to the smell of coffee brewing in the kitchen and butter cooking in a pan.
Upri sleeps in, right? Normally, or are
Yeah,
you up
she's
early?
not a morning
I'm gonna
person.
peek in to see if you're still wooden Upri, tree Upri,
Not
Trupri?
wooden. So now that it's daylight, I imagine you can see her more. And so I kind of picture that her skin is like a solid green, but it's textured like a bunch of leaves like layered on top of each other.
Mm.
And like when she's sleeping, you can kind of see it like ripple and fluctuate. So like her form is solid but not solid. And then her like blue black hair is now like a dark black green. And there are leaves in it. Maybe like a flower grows and then wilts while she's sleeping. And like normal, there's just a huge puddle of drool coming out
Is
onto
that
her
sap
pillow.
now?
Yeah.
Drew sap?
Oh my god!
I love it.
That
We'll
would
say it's
be
birch
so
water.
annoying.
Yeah,
Birch water.
it's birch water.
So wait, I have another. So the leaves they're essentially like a tattoo on you, where like if we felt your skin, it wouldn't feel textured, but it looks textured.
No, it would feel like leaves, and you can
Oh.
like
Rip
peel one
one off.
back.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
but don't do that.
Are they waxy or?
Oh, I don't know what kind of leaf they would be. Yeah, they'd probably be waxy.
Was
They'd
fern-
probably be textured like an oak leaf.
Fern was a coniferous tree, though?
Fern
Or
was
like
a
spruce?
maple.
A maple tree, okay.
So I guess they would be maple leaves.
That makes sense.
Oh my god, are they gonna turn red in the
Canada.
fall?
Yeah.
Now you love bacon.
Wait, are they gonna fall off?
Yeah, you just turn red in the fall time.
And then I'm just like a wood underneath.
Yeah.
Girl, you naked.
That's what you get for having sex with a branch.
She was a woman.
A tree woman.
A truman.
When Upri does wake up, though, I would like to do a physical examination as the doctor of the
You know,
group.
as you're leaving, Upri gets up and says, "Oh, your breakfast ready?" And then, like, we'll say you close the door, and she opens it to follow, and that rips it off its hinges. Oh, fuck! And it's just like holding it with one hand by the knob.
Just,
Uh,
gentler?
And she just puts it back, and then like you just see her kind of slide it, dragging it across the floor and opening it and ruining the floor more, and then just pushes it against the wall, like leaning. Yeah, I think that.
That'll be fine.
Morning, man.
Morning. Breakfast smells like breakfast is cooking right now. Do you mind if I just check you to make sure that everything's okay?
Oh yeah, sure.
I mean, I'm sure.
Oh shit.
Yep. So let's go downstairs. Let's just go downstairs, and I will do a quick, I guess, medicine check. Is that okay?
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Oh, what is that number? That's a 31.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
I rolled an 18. Mine's
All right.
plus 13.
So what you would learn about the physiology of Upri
Yeah.
is that it's very confusing. You've
Like,
never,
I've never
seen
seen this
anything
before.
like this before. You hear her breathing.
Mm-hmm.
She still has lungs, a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
It's as if her internal workings have remained the same. However, the external is much more plant-like. Obviously, it's very clear. But furthermore, you do notice that there are these like stems or maybe a trunk. It's hard to explain what it would be that like extend through her extremities that you do feel are filled with water. What you also notice is that the leaves tend to shift towards the light, as if she's photosynthesizing.
Wren definitely walks around or like turns her around so that as like next to a window to see where the
Oh, I
the
feel so
leaves-
much better.
Yeah, there
A
doesn't
little
seem,
thirsty though.
You seem like I don't know, just like a plant grew through your skin.
What?
That's what everything inside seems the same. I can hear your heartbeat, your lungs seem fine. Your blood is pumping normally. You don't seem to. I mean, I did like the ear test to make sure you could hear. Did like the follow the light. I had like a candle because I don't have a light.
If you had to describe what has happened to her body, it feels more like a symbiotic relationship between two organisms.
Yeah.
As opposed to a singular
Because
system.
you can't move these leaves on your own, right? You can't like point them at me if I like.
And you see the
You flex.
strained face that Upri is like, "Ugh." And yeah, the leaves don't seem to do anything besides try to find the sunlight. Or the artificial sunlight in this case.
Oh.
Huh. I have a theory. I have a thing. I figured this out last night by accident. Just happened. I think I might be able to link our minds together, so just hold still really quick.
What?
I, as one of my more recent soul class abilities is Hive Mind, where I can link any like a certain number of creatures telepathically. So I would try and link myself to Upri and the plant.
Yeah, you can. There are two distinct entities there.
So hello.
Do I feel this too?
Yeah, I would connect all three of us into like a triangle situation. It's not just me and individuals. It's like everybody.
Yeah.
After you say hello, I feel like Upri just out loud says, hi.
No, in here.
Hello.
There you go. Is there someone else in the room with us?
So you sense
I have seancing.
the response. So Fern doesn't speak in common. She speaks in feelings because she learned language through Upri. Or not language, but she learned communication through Upri.
Oh, I hope she doesn't have my
That's
temper.
It's her channel. And
She doesn't have
so
ears, so she can hear you.
she's learned
Oh,
to
it's just been an exchange of like magic and like chemotones and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking dope as
Yeah.
hell.
And I imagine like your rages like are
They're just,
linked
like,
to her.
Yeah, they're giant like magical downloads.
Explosions.
Yeah.
And they're based on
Of
probably your
arcane.
feelings a lot of the time.
Fuck.
So you, as you're like now linked and like there's a new variable to this, you start to feel that communication with Fern, and you start to realize that it has been something that you've been channeling for quite some time, that like it is your magic. Fern is your magic. Or at least what courses through you.
Right, because my magic is what gave Fern like more life.
Sentience.
And then I reabsorbed it after she absorbed the tree spirit.
Can I sense the trees? Just kidding. I don't want to
No, the tree
Wolves
spirit was
jump into the
never
window.
autonomous. The tree spirit was like a construct of the magic of the forest.
Oh, okay.
Like a
Gotcha.
white blood cell.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Just a big white blood cell.
A giant yeah.
that could summon other smaller white blood cells.
Yes, that bite you and throw you to the ground. Yep.
Cool. Well, if I drop this link between us, do you think you could maintain it on your own? Between you and Fern?
I mean, I can try.
All right, I'll drop it. I think I could just like put it up and drop it whenever I want. Go ahead. I drop it.
And Wren exits the conversation, but the feeling between you and Fern remains intact. It seems like this may be how it is from now on.
Cool. I just feel not alone.
Do you need a new hammer?
I don't know.
You want to use my axe? I barely ever use it.
And she's gonna like, I don't know. And then you see a amber greatsword just appear in her hand. So the blade itself is like hard amber from like a tree
Mm.
that's been like sharpened into a giant greatsword blade, and the hilt is like wooden and leafy. And she's like, "Oh fuck!" And ding. Oh, this shit's heavy. Oh wait, but I'm really strong now. Never mind. This is light as a feather. And it disappears.
Oh,
That
it's a
seems
magical
useful.
weapon.
And she just keeps resummoning it, disappearing. Summon it, disappearing.
I was like, no, stop.
Summon
Hey,
it,
could you?
disappearing.
I'm standing right here.
Summons it into the wall. Oh shit!
As this is happening, Yonce exits his bedroom. I keep forgetting that I am a dude in this game.
Us two, honestly.
Honestly, gender, what? Walking down with drinking the sarsaparilla as Upri is making the sword appear in a. I'm like, oh, she's still a tree. Cool.
Do
you have candy bacon? And I just keep walking.
Maybe downstairs.
You do smell bacon on a pan, and it does smell sweet. And as the four of you make your way down to the kitchen, I guess down the hallway to the kitchen. I think that's how we described it. It's a single-story house. I don't remember.
I don't really remember either.
But as you make your way to the kitchen, you hear that frying, spattering of oil in the pan. There's a smokiness that fills the room, and you see Daphne's back turned to the four of you with a shawl pulled over, and she's like scraping up the bacon, flipping it over. You see eggs, you smell the coffee, and there is a small, like, breakfast nook with glasses of orange juice, some apples, some rolls, all set out with plates and napkins. And she turns to you and she goes, Salvador, a letter arrived for you this morning.
Oh, I love fan mail.
And, oh, lovely Upri. Great to see that for you. Good morning, Yonce. Good morning.
She sees the future, so.
Oh,
Good
right.
morning.
Wren. How do you all sleep? Coffee's in order.
Yeah.
Just finished percolating.
Oh gosh, come on, not STD, SAT words.
Can I drink coffee still? And Upper just makes herself a cup and just very gingerly.
Your stomach is still there, so
Your
I
stomach
imagine.
is still there. Yeah.
I'm sure you'd be
Nice.
fine. So yeah, it seems fine. It's
Can I still
delicious
get high?
coffee.
Cyril, join me.
I feel like Wren still has like half of one in its like
We'll
back
sa-
pocket.
We'll save those for later.
Yeah.
We'll get a.
Cyril is sadly at the university already
Oh.
this morning. But he'll join us this evening.
I'm just kidding. I don't need to wake and bake. I don't need to smoke a doobie with my coffee. That we don't need uppers and uppers.
I hope you're all hungry.
Famished.
I could eat.
Perfect. And she begins to plate food onto each of your plates. And it's as if each plate is specifically catered to you.
Of course it is.
So we have one giant plate of bacon for Yonce,
I eat more than bacon.
and a small plate of eggs, toast,
Home fries.
home rice?
Home fries.
Fries. Oh yes, home fries, of course.
Potatoes.
To the side of the plate of bacon, and a glass of orange juice, water. We've got. I mean, I don't know what you all eat. To be completely honest, I'm not Daphne, but it all seems that like she knows exactly the proportions that each of you like of certain things, how you're feeling. Even if your eyes are bigger than your stomach this morning, it seems to cater towards that.
Upri is eating a traditional English country breakfast that she learned about from the mailman squirrels of the enchanted forest.
What is English country breakfast? Is
So
it like
we got
yeah.
sausage, we got
Got
blood sausage, we got fried tomato, we got beans. I think maybe
Mushrooms.
an egg.
Fried
Puddings. Do you have any
toast.
puddings?
I think black
Like
pudding?
black pudding and white
Yeah.
pudding?
I
Or
Isn't
think
that
that's more
blood?
Irish.
And is it
sausage?
all
Is that
covered in
more
a
Irish? I'm not
gravy?
sure.
Is that the
I don't-
country part?
You're thinking of
No.
you're thinking of a roast dinner.
I think the beans are just the gravy because
Okay.
they're not dry beans. It's like
Saucy.
goopy beans. Yeah.
All right.
It's like
yeah.
baked beans.
Baked beans in the brown sugar sauce.
And then I think some home fries. You know.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Do you recognize? Oh, sorry. Do you recognize the seal? Since it has a cat on it.
Do I recognize the seal
No.
on the letter? No.
Oh, okay.
No. Oh, you just don't open it?
Sal's
Eat
holding up.
breakfast first.
Yeah, Sal's gonna eat breakfast first. He'd held it up to the light, and he can see what's inside of it. And he's kind of not wanting to do that the first thing in the morning.
What an icon.
Can I try something while we're here? Me and Upri did this earlier. I think I accidentally linked minds with one of you last night, and I don't remember who it was, but it was weird. I think I can do that now.
That was your doing. You made us all have that scary dream.
No, not that one.
Oh.
Not that one. Yeah, but I wasn't sure. There was just something weird going on. But I think I linked minds with Upri and Fern earlier today in practice, and I think I could do it to all of us.
Oh.
Are we all willing and consenting to try that?
I guess.
Sure.
Okay, hold on to your butts. I would like to link us all.
Okay.
And then I want to take a bite of, oh no, what do I have? Probably pancakes.
Your pancakes.
large
okay.
stack of
Cool, cool, cool,
pancakes.
cool, cool.
And you all taste pancakes.
Undo this.
I
Undo
thought
this.
so.
Then you all taste a mouthful of beans, sausage, tomato.
But I imagine
hot
that
sauce.
I imagine that it's not like you put all those things in your mouth at once. I imagine it's more like your brain is like tasting all those things independently. So it's not like you made a conglomeration. That's my interpretation of the
they're
ability.
individual experiences.
Like you're just experiencing what I'm experiencing separate from yourself, but you're also you're experiencing. Does that make
Well,
sense?
Yes.
yeah.
But you all are experiencing a mouth of all those things. Upri took a bite of everything and shoved it in her mouth all at once.
Okay.
So, since you just made canon that last night you accidentally mind melded with somebody,
Oh no.
Oh no.
was it Upri? Because I feel like that would.
I feel like it'd be random by accident. Well, let's see. Let's go through the night. Let's play out the night during the dream.
Please tell me it wasn't during my special time.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm just gonna roll a D3,
Okay.
and you're 1, 2, and 3. It's a 1.
Whoa.
Chris, I meld-minded with Sal.
All right. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Did you
cool.
do that during the fight?
That says 3.
I know, but when it's a D3, you just
Divide.
You just
divide by
divide by
2.
2, down 1.
Wouldn't a 3
Oh.
be a
There's no
2?
actual
Three is a
D3.
D6
Huh?
divided
Wouldn't
by
a 3 be
2.
a 2? A 1 and 2 is a 1, a 3 and a 4 is a 2.
Why didn't you roll
5
the
and a 6 is a 3.
D4?
5 and a 6. Oh no, I just divided by 2, and I just did
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and then another 1, 2, 3, as in 1, 2, 3, and then 3 became 1, 4 became 2, 3 became.
I'm
This
just going to
seems
accept that we rolled D3s
Oh.
different.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right.
Okay.
Okay, I did like mine's with Upri. Let's say that.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Sorry,
cool, cool.
Sal.
That's okay.
It was
Probably during the fight,
In-
I imagine.
interesting experience for you because that was something that you lost. Your carnal urges.
Oh, and you'd been
But
linked.
you still experienced that ecstasy, so it was kind of
Wait, do I get my carnal urges back through other
Nice.
people?
Oh no.
That's nasty. I'm kidding.
yeah.
I don't.
That might be something you should talk about to each other and also to your therapist.
Use offer.
I imagine it was during the fight.
Okay,
During
that
the
could
fight
also-
part of the
Yeah.
night.
we don't need to have a pleasure dom storyline.
That's the new podcast. Shadows
And
of.
to be clear, my hive mind ability is fully consensual. So the
Yes.
person has to consent to letting me in. And you can break the link whenever you would like to.
Can you non-consensually make people make a save? Like link people with us who don't want
Not
to?
according to the text.
Oh, okay.
It has to be. Everybody has to be like. You essentially have to let me in.
I
in
wonder
order
if
to
we
link the
could.
minds.
Sorry,
You have to want to
metagaming.
join.
I wonder if you could
Yeah.
charm somebody and then mind meld and then just read all of their thoughts, because they would consent if they were charmed because they thought you were friendly. So we may have just
I
got
can't charm people. I don't have any charm abilities.
I can't charm people.
Oh, I mean, you're doing
That's
pretty
okay.
good with those bartenders.
I think Yonce might be our charmer.
Yeah.
I mean, thanks.
Both magically and
As you are sitting at the table,
Non-magically.
you do notice a newspaper sitting by the door. Yonce's the one that spots it.
Because I'm so good at reading. Ooh, a paper.
You
And
just seem the least interested in the conversation.
What?
you taste pancakes.
I wasn't dissociating. What happened? What?
I'll break the link.
Thank you.
I'll sever the link between us. And again, you can also sever it whenever you want to.
Wow. The headline's big. Shall I read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Refugee crisis grips Haro survivors. Neighboring cities turned away those fleeing the hive mind plague. Reporting by Lysandra Ravenshadow. I'm not reading all this. But it seems bad. There's paragraphs. And I pass it around as I eat my bacon. And I take it away from Upri and I give it to
Go ahead, Chris. Again, to establish for the audience. Wren reads very well. Dan does not. Go ahead.
So there's a picture of what seems to be a desolate city street that's crumbled in. There's something called a hive mind outbreak, which I guess is the monster that we fought in the tunnels.
An outbreak.
Yeah,
Mind.
that giant spider that you did your first melt
Oh,
form
tentacle mommy?
Yeah.
But it's contagious? Is that what outbreak means?
with. Yeah. Well, it's spread.
Remember they did the face latching things and
Yeah.
then
I kind of picture that was more like metaphysical, not like an illness.
it seems like it took over their body.
Yeah. So they say 40% of Harrow has been infected or they've died so far trying to escape. There are survivors on the outside. They're very staying very vigilant against further infiltration. There are gruesome monsters in the remains of the city that continue to cast a long shadow over people that survived. There are physical indicators causing hysteria among the survivors, including dilated pupils, increased consumption of food and water, excessive sweating, drying of skin, hair loss, a wet cough with ciliary mucus, headaches, and an unusual inclination to be social. An unusual inclination to be social, particularly in large groups. So they make them more party people, I guess.
Probably to spread it more.
This is his poppers.
Wait, so it's,
Hair loss. Oh no.
it's still spreading?
Yeah. Well, you figure these are monsters that can, like you saw Alice and Desmond. They were Flythlin. They were in husks and like they had stuff jammed down their throats. So I imagine it can spread like that.
But we killed the big brain part of it, right?
Well, you know how
That's
the
what I
face
thought.
the face sucker that got the horse, like it can just infect you, and then you just people that have been infected already just it bursts out of their bodies and
Yeah.
So I
but
guess-
hopefully they're not as coordinated now that the hive mind is.
Maybe
Oh,
there's more than
severed.
one?
I hope not.
it's like bees. If a queen dies, they just make a new queen.
That's true.
The refugees are fleeing to neighboring cities, but they've been turned away. Guerrilla and Wharfton, which are on the west side of that map, I imagine. They they've become fortresses now, desperate to keep them out.
Forest. We're in the Undercroft?
Underkeep.
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 I think it's somewhere in the forest. I'm not sure if it's on the map.
Come on, Pathia. She did really good on Drag Race Season 2. Sorry. Keep going.
But yeah, Lysandra Ravenshadow doesn't mince words. It's bad out there for people
Oh.
from Harrow.
Yeah. What does your letter say?
I'm not gonna read it right now.
Why not?
I think it's from Zahir, and
Wait,
I
did
already
you not discuss the terms of your relationship?
in a parting, I think it was pretty unclear, but I'm also feeling that now that Desmond is finally in a solitary location where I probably should talk to him, and now the whole thing with Malroy, it's hard to.
I get that. I too ignore the texts or the letters from the boys sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard because you have physical manifestations of it where it's like, I know I should read this letter, but I really don't want to deal with what's inside this letter right now.
Do you send a letter back that says "Do not disturb" and then in small print, notify anyways?
Yeah.
No, that'd be rude. You just read it in the letter summary, the notification, and then you don't trigger your read receipt.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope none of them are watching.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
See, here's
If you're
the issue.
watching, sound off in the chat.
No, that's a real like demand avoidance thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a PDA thing. For anything, not just for boys. That was a joke.
So it seems like y'all issues is that none of your partners are dead. And see, when your partners are dead, it makes life so much easier.
It truly does.
Yeah.
As someone who had a dead partner and now doesn't.
But like, what about when you physically fuse with a potential partner?
That's what's called moving in. at
Yeah,
that point.
That is you hauling.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Will you hold?
You hauled.
Oh.
And that, just to be clear for the audience, that is a term that is in our universe because it's when you haul all of your stuff to their place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you
On
hauling.
day 2 of knowing them.
Right, exactly.
I've known Fern for like a decade. Or thank you.
True.
We did the friends to lovers route.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
I love that.
That seems
journey.
like a healthy symbiotic relationship. You seem to be benefiting each other.
Thank you.
Wow.
As my leaves direct towards the lap behind me.
So,
We probably should have conversations with our ex-dead boyfriends.
yeah.
Ex-dead ex-boyfriends?
Don't forget that you have a date with that lovely Malroy.
How did you know? Have you been...
Oh, so sorry.
Daphne,
Apologies.
we really need to put boundaries because we're in town now. You don't have to spy all the time.
Wait, I have a question for you.
that's just rude.
I have a question. Did you spy on that happening, or did you see that happening in a dream?
You know, sometimes it's hard to remember.
This bitch just gets high and goes in our heads like a soap opera.
I wonder what they're doing today.
She sees the future and she's like, I don't know, that could be the present.
Yeah.
Precisely.
So it seems like everyone has things to do today.
One
Wait.
gasp.
No, go ahead. I had a thought, and I will go ahead.
That was the end of my thought. I was just gonna say I don't have much to do, so maybe I'll just drink sarsaparillas on the porch today.
Daphne, I had a thought
Uh-oh.
that caused my gasp.
Mhm.
If I were to, and you might already know the answer to this because you're you. If I were to meld form with you, what would happen?
Well, there's many things that could happen.
I don't like that answer.
There's a bit of a art to it, but more likely than not, you would probably receive some sort of sense.
Are we talking pennies or dimes or quarters or nonsense? I just want inspiration again.
I'd give it to you if I could.
You know that like lovely little comic book that they sell by the port of Antropolis?
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna say I know that one.
The Man of Spiders.
The Man of Spiders. Oh yes, of course, the Man of Spiders. Jiminy, the Man of Spiders. His name is Jiminy. If
Yes.
anyone's wondering.
That would probably be the most likely outcome.
Okay, Dan doesn't quite understand that reference.
You get
Well, divination is quite a complicated thing to consume. So, more likely than not, you would only absorb a small bit of powers. Just a sense of danger or some other inclination.
Okay. Okay.
Like gut instinct.
That sounds beneficial.
Yeah.
Would you mind if I?
Oh, of course. Not. I would not mind.
Okay. Cool. I will reach out and grab her hand and meld form with her.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, sorry. Reading the comments, Russell. Jim the Spider Queen. Yes, Queen. Live for Queen.
So, yes, our comments right now are Jiminy Jarker, my favorite hero, Jim the Spider Queen. Just for those who only have the audio component. So yeah, what's going on with your mail form? So
well, that's up to you. I get a temporary feature based on the DM's discretion.
You get glaucoma.
okay, and then you have
Oh my god.
You're on a roll today.
oh my goodness.
Second inspiration, not from the DM, but from me.
I'm just stacking them up.
Okay. So I think I do like that idea. I like it being like a little Spidey sense situation where like you are given like a little prickle on your like arms when something is like off.
Okay.
There's like danger
I'm
afoot.
gonna write down some
So,
items.
Danger Sense is an
Danger
actual
Sense.
barbarian feature, which I have, which
Oh,
means you
cool,
can't
cool,
be
cool, cool,
surprised and you roll with advantage on initiative. That's what
Okay,
it does.
mechanically, let's do that. You can't be
love that.
surprised and you roll advantage on initiative. Beautiful. I
Wow.
love that.
Everything
Thank you.
great is happening to everybody, and I'm just here sipping my sarsaparilla.
Yonce, what do you want to see manifest today?
That's a good question as I chomp on my bacon. I would love to check out this. I know that there are signups for that stadium thing.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone has a booth thing, so I'm like, maybe I should get back out there, install Tinder, and go to the woods and start chopping some trees. Maybe find a man.
Yeah.
In actuality,
Do you want me to peruse the surrounding 500 feet for you?
no, I can do this on my own. I'm a strong, independent warlock. I don't need no man.
Is that ability? That you
My hive sense can connect any creature within 500 feet.
Oh, but
You
They
just
would-
send out an.
I just said it.
Yeah,
It's like a ping, sonar ping, the 500 foot
Sorry.
radius.
Go ahead, Yonce.
I'm gonna say, if I'm being honest, like since the death of Blades, like I really haven't been interested in anyone because there's a sense of fear of like, if I don't tell them I like them, then they die. But if I tell them they like them, they die. So it's
Aw.
like, why am I letting people die? So I might as well just be me, myself, and I. That's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And then I continue eating my bacon. I just dropped this really depressing truth bomb. And I was like,
Inspiration, Yonsei.
I would like to ping Yonce with my hive mind, but do so subtly, like
Okay.
not announcing it. Do you let me in? Do you connect?
sure.
Does this call connect? It's
collect
ringing.
call
From
from Wren.
From
Do you
Wren.
accept charge?
Do you accept charges?
I look up at you. I'm like, huh?
I don't look up. I just keep eating my meal.
I accept the calls.
I would just like to gently and kindly say that if you ever want to talk about it, Wren is here for that. And we could talk about it here where it's easier to express your feelings because we feel each other's feelings and how our bodies feel. If that makes sense. It's like
I
therapy.
didn't realize how cool of a therapy tool this would be.
Yeah, it would be because
Wow.
then I could feel how your body is feeling while you're thinking these thoughts, which is like a massive tool from someone who has done therapy multiple times now.
And I'm like, thank you. Can you feel this? And I'm like,
What are you farting?
no. I'm still working on this, but thank you, Ren. I appreciate that. And then I close it
Yeah,
because
you
I
hang
don't,
up.
I don't do well with emotions. So I close it. And I'm like, wow, this bacon tastes good. Did anyone have the bacon today? It tastes really delicious.
And then,
Bacon.
unbeknownst to that, Upri's gonna go, yeah, why don't we just like, I don't know, try to find like a really strong boyfriend that's hard to kill.
Like a Goliath?
So a Titan.
Or like, no, well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're all narcissists personally, and I don't recommend dating those.
Ooh.
But maybe, I don't know, like an ASMR?
Ooh.
Maybe-
Angel boy.
Like a strong friendship too. Romance isn't. I mean, like as someone who I don't know. I don't know if did I disclose? Have I disclosed that I don't really feel romantic relation
Yeah, you
with
did
people
I think so.
anymore?
when we were all high on the reefer.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I did say that. Well, as someone like I don't know, close friendships can also like
Yeah.
do a lot for you. That
And then if a friend dies, like maybe make a bunch of friends, and then whichever one doesn't die, you romance. And it could be like a little fun competition. You know, which friends are gonna.
which your friends are gonna. Well,
Oh my goodness.
On that note, everybody, I think it probably best for you to get some fresh air.
she's like, get out of my house, you
You have
weirdos.
plenty to prepare for, and I don't want you to squander it.
Right, we gotta go make impressions for the ball, the masquerade.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
The
Okay.
stadium days is in a week.
Yes.
Okay.
What about the arena?
It's every Saturday. Or
Every
other
Saturday.
Yes.
And this is Wednesday because we know that's when Homeboy's off.
Yeah.
Yes. I absolutely know what day it is.
Sounds like you don't.
Well, I'll see you this evening. Have a wonderful day. And if you need anything, just check on in and or pop over to the university where Sarah's at. And I will see you later.
Okay, I guess we're done with breakfast. All right, everyone, let's go.
And as she's like kind of escorting you out the door, she's like helping you like gather your things, pack you up a little snack and a lunch. Make sure that you each have your pouches of gold. She's like making sure you are all spiffy, like straightening any like jackets or ties or
Leaves.
scarves or whatever
All
leaves.
right, we gotta go.
And
lots
on
of
that
gold.
note, we as a party table are going to go on a short break before we enter back into the city of the Underkeep and figure out what we're doing with today. So we will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, and we will see you then. Step into the captivating realm of Zephyr Maleficarum, where fantasy and fragrance meld to craft a uniquely personal odyssey into the whimsical characters of our dreams. Each elixir is a portal to a world of sensory exploration, ushering you into a world of indulgence, where you are the protagonist of your very own extraordinary tale. Delve into the enigmatic depths of our fragrances, where whimsy waltzes hand in hand with olfactory artistry, and every phial becomes a magical gateway to a universe filled with dreams and wonder. This is your invitation to unravel the mysteries of scent and bask in the enchantment of imagination. With each application, you embark on a transformative journey, and every day unfolds as an opportunity to immerse yourself in an epic odyssey of wonder. All right, we are back from our break. As we are, the door closes behind you to Daphne's little cottage.
Get out.
You hear like there's like a, not a wind chime, but she has something hanging on her door that kind of clinks almost like bells. And you are now back out into the city. It bustles around you.
I need to do a corruption roll because I melded form with
Yes, you
Daphne.
do.
I passed.
Okay, cool. So that will be a will.
Oh, right.
All right. So what are you all setting out to do? What's going on, y'all?
I think I might go get chummy with some locals. You know, figure out who be working the party, make some friends, get us a behind the scenes access if we need it, do some sneaking, some snooping, maybe some looting.
Looting.
Yeah, stealing from the ridge. We could also not do that, but like, oh well, you know, there, we got plenty. We donate.
Yeah. Wren would like to investigate more about the earthquakey thing that happened.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I figured if we could fix some problems around here, people would like us.
Yeah. So are we gonna try to stick together, or y'all want to have some split up time? And what? Yeah, let's figure out what you want to do there.
Did Yonce or Sal, did y'all have ideas on what you wanted to do?
I have something in the afternoon, but I'm pretty free for most of the day.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, you have a little date.
Yeah.
If we're actually gonna do stadium days, I kind of want to train for it. It's been a little bit since we've actually fought in anyone that's not in our dream. So I kind of want to train all this body. I don't know what I was trying to say. I just
Yeah.
want to train. I think
Yeah.
maybe also meet some locals.
It's a good day. So sounds like we splitting. Meet up later for lunch to spy on Salvador.
Yeah.
yeah, that works.
I whisper like my hand to Sal, so he can't hear.
Because we spent basically every day for the last couple months together.
Has it really been a couple months?
Traveling.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, we haven't really
'Cause
split up.
Harrow was like a week.
Yeah, that
max.
happened very
That
quick.
happened very quickly.
You know,
And that's probably the last time we actually fought people. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the only time we actually split up in Harrow's when we searched Homeboy's house and I robbed him.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right,
Yeah.
deuces. And Upri will just start walking towards the docks.
Okay. So Upper's going towards the docks. Yonce is heading towards the stadium.
Yes.
I have no idea where I would be
Cool.
heading for my.
Yeah, where are you?
They
where are
were
you
they were
heading?
saying it was through the Council of Mages or something that was controlling the spells that flowed it. So if you go
Yeah,
to the council
the-
or
Oh, okay.
The
or the government.
comment that you lip read was about the construction guild.
oh yeah, that's
Construction
right.
Guild. Okay, I'll,
Yeah.
I'll find my way there.
All right, so you're making your way to the construction guild. And what is Salvador doing?
I'm gonna take some time in the gardens before the date later today.
All right. Cool. So let me roll a dice to determine who goes first. All right, we're starting with Upri.
Thank goodness.
All right, so y'all are splitting the party. Yay! You're all gonna be on your own if anything happens, which I'd love for you. So you are gonna head down towards the docks. So from Daphne's house in the common quarters, the docks are south. You'll be passing through the residential area, through mercantile, so all of the shops. And then you make your way through a grassy park-like area until you arrive at the docks. Anything in particular that you are looking for?
I'd probably start the day looking for work, like manual labor, now that I can probably lift crates with one hand.
All right, so job postings.
Yeah, and then try to work my way into like closed room gamblings or break rooms, you know.
Gorgeous. Okay. Cool. So let's do a perception check. And we're gonna montage all of this. I hope you're okay with all that.
That is a 21 for perception.
21 for perception. Okay, cool. So you make your way down to the docks.
Is there like a logo or a crest or an emblem that's associated with the place that's holding the ball that I could try to look for crates on? Like specifically start helping the people that are working crates that are goods that are then arriving for the ball.
Oh.
Like try to specifically target the people that would be delivering to and or working for the masquerade.
I am going to say at this point you wouldn't have collected that information. Unfortunately.
Do we get an invitation yet?
I thought we received an invitation.
Was there like a crest on that
No, I
of the
thought-
manor?
Well, did we see
I
the
did. Okay, so I did
invitations, though?
establish that Cyril got you all invitations.
He goes invites, but I don't think
He got
we've
you invite.
physically seen
Yeah, I don't think
them.
I've seen on them, yeah.
All right, so I would just look for a fancy crest and
I
hope
think
for the best.
no. I think we can. I think we can say that he would have given you like I didn't cover it specifically and directly in the conversation, but I think he could have given you invites that you would be on a list, but also need to show to gain entry. So you are guest. They are guest invites, so that's important. You have guest invites. The let's see. The logo or crest is a prism. So you see this like triangle with rays of light shooting out in different directions. The colors are actually kind of important.
Oh,
So I will give you those in just a moment. They are I know red, blue, purple, violet, green, white,
red, blue, purple,
and orange.
violet, green, white, orange.
Yeah.
Got it.
So it's a weird prism because the colors are very specific and they are not a rainbow. So that is something that has kind of struck you as slightly interesting.
Are they schools of magic?
How many colors are there?
Give me an Arcana roll.
-1. 0.
Like, I know if you had colors with magic and stuff, but like, I don't know.
I don't know how any of this shit works. I just get mad and stuff happens. Oh,
Gorgeous.
fuck.
Okay, cool. So that is what you see. Perception check. So you had a 21 for perception.
Yep.
So I'm going to say with that 21, you find a job posting board, and you do also find a ship that is offloading boxes where each box has a different color version of that emblem. So they're
weird.
like monochromatic. Like one box will have a red prism on it with the light rays on it. The other one will have a violet. So they're stamped distinctly with a color.
These are flying ships.
Yeah, they're flying ships.
How do they get underground?
As you watch the ships, Upri, you see that they are coming from the like cavern wall. They just kind of like clip through the wall
Oh, it's an illusion.
Ah.
and enter and dock, and they just right up against the floating island.
Okay.
And then you see them leave through the same area. Yeah, it does have almost everything has this like shimmer of an illusion. You have this like false sky, the pretend sun. Like it's all make believe. It's very obvious and clear to everybody, but it feels and looks real. Like you feel the warmth of the sun on your skin.
So I'd probably not even look at the job postings. Upri's just going to walk straight up to the ship, just walk on board and be like, y'all need any extra hands today? And just pick up the nearest crate with one hand.
All right, give
I can
me
move stuff real quick.
Charisma persuasion with advantage.
+0.
Excellent.
You should have something, right? Right? Do you have some sort of ability? Nope, never mind. That's a different thing.
Could they use their strength for the modifier? Because it's like a strength-based charisma roll. Or a strength-based persuasion roll.
What is that roll? Or do you have another ability to use?
Nope. I got a 9.
All right, a 9. So I'm gonna say that a 9 is actually gonna get you ignored. As they continue to offload boxes and put them on the side, the workers themselves ignore you, but you do notice a like superintendent that is on the docks in the like office structure is going to exit and start waving you down. Be like, "Hey, you over there! What you doing?"
Oh, showboating? And I'll put the crate down. Do you need any extra hands today? I could lift 2 at once. Maybe I'll go scoop up 2.
Do I have you as an employee or anything?
Oh yeah, the agency sent me.
The agency did not clear any new employees with me. Can I please see your paperwork?
Oh, paperwork. Oh, I don't have no pockets. I'm just a tree lady.
I see that, but I'm still gonna need some paperwork.
Hold on, let me check my other...
Ma'am.
Sir. Listen, I'm a real hard worker. I'm new in town. I don't know nothing about no agency. I don't know why I lied. I panicked. Please, I just need some money for a place to stay tonight. Like I literally don't have anything on me, and I just started feeling the leaves.
I don't know what to tell you because I do not have anything in my budget to pay additional employees. The agency has provided all that we have needed.
All right, I'll do it for experience and expand my portfolio.
You can give me another persuasion attempt with that additional
Exposure.
piece of information.
Just singular, no advantage, right?
Yeah, no advantage this
I
time.
didn't think so. That's another 9.
All right, ma'am, I am frankly a bit perturbed by your behavior, and I'm gonna have to
Yeah, me
ask you to
too.
leave this site. This is a very important delivery, and I cannot risk it getting contaminated by any infiltrators. Furthermore, I'm gonna need you to put down those boxes immediately and move away from the goods.
She puts them down and says, all right, I'll make like a tree and leave. And then she'll just...
I'm sure that was very funny to you.
It was,
Got him.
thank you. I've only been like this for a couple hours.
If you need a job, there is a billboard over there at the little shack in the hole in the wall. It's called. It's a restaurant.
Oh.
They might have some job postings for you, but please do not return to this boat.
What if there's a job posting for this boat?
There is not. I am the one in charge of all recruitment here.
Oh, you're in charge.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm real bad with directions. Can you walk me to this hole in the wall?
I'm going to point to the hole in the wall. It is that building right there. It's about 200 yards away.
All right.
There is a sign that reads hole in the wall.
Oh, I'm trouble with words. Okay. Thank you, mister.
It's blue.
It's blue. Blue
It has a
sign.
gray roof. That one right there.
Gray roof.
Yeah. All right, now skedaddle.
Okay, I'll leave before
Before I call the
recognize me at
authorities.
Already.
And they're a lot more than what you're probably used to where you're from.
What's a lot more?
The authorities.
Like cops?
Like cops, yeah.
Wizard cops.
Wizard
Ooh.
cops.
So like nerd cops?
I can assure you they are less nerdy than you would like.
All right.
Yeah, they're circuit gay cops.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Okay. And Upri will just leave and not go to the job board, but like kind of meander around looking for open doors into warehouses where people may or may not be playing cards. I don't know. Just I'm looking for another boat to just like pretend to work on something.
So you're just essentially cruising.
For a job.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cruising going on today. All right, so with that, we are going to cycle to Salvador.
Okay.
So you are just hanging out in the garden, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down in a particularly flowery portion of the garden. I'm gonna read the letter that I got from Zahir because I could read it through the. Yeah, exactly that type of flowering.
The gay section of the garden.
Exactly, it's very. It's got a lot of ambiance and a lot of feelings. But yeah. This Salvador reads through the letter that Zahir had made for him. It's very poignant.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of adjectives and verbs about fire, which are nice. He's seen posters with my face on them.
Yeah. Do you want to read the
Okay,
letter
I'll read it.
for
Okay.
the audience?
My dear Salvador, in the whirlwind of chaos that swept over our lives, I find myself moved to pen these words to you. The pace at which everything unfolds feels like a dance, swift and sudden, yet the intensity of the feelings it stirs within me is undeniable. The destruction of Harrows left me with a profound sense of clarity and urgency. Life, it seems, is too short for subtleties and hesitation. In the face of uncertainty, I feel compelled to express what has been growing within me, like a flame finding its full blaze. Your arrival in my life has been a steady anchor amidst the storm, a source of strength and solace. In these turbulent times where everything is in flux, your unwavering spirit remains constant, and my memory of those first few nights we shared together keeps me sane. I think it was only one night, or at most.
And then the run.
And then the run. I guess.
Morning, and then you stayed at camp for a little while.
I guess that's true. So
Yeah.
impatience courses through my veins as I await the moment when you will join me in Entropolis. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing at. This city appears to have been once a glory to behold. Now it bears the scars of chaos, tension escalating. The Order prepares for war, laying blame on apostate mages. Their grip on magic titans, bound by licenses and bureaucratic coercion. Salvador, I've seen posters with your face on them. The Order sees you as an enemy, though I know you are not. The city, once a military stronghold, has transformed into a central outpost for the Divine Army, but so far the port has remained generally untouched outside the arrival of soldiers and weapons. Please be safe. I have confidence that your time in the Underkeep will bear fruit and unfog the mystery of this terrible evil. Until the day of your arrival, I shall stand watch, yearning for your silhouette of your figure on the horizon. May the winds be swift and the roads carry you back to me expeditiously. Yours sincerely, Zahir.
Wow, you must slang that good D to have these in like this.
I said adjectives. I was thinking like thick.
Oh.
Oh,
I was trying to read it through the paper, and I'm sure those are words reserved for more personal
Oh,
times.
that's fair.
But yeah, Sal sits with this letter, and it is added to the inner conflict that he's had, where he once had a very deep infatuation for Desmond, mostly unfounded, which is dictated grief that he's had for the last 5+ years because he left him to escape, and now that he's seen him again, similar to how I imagine Sal feels that Wren feels. There's now this person back in his life that he doesn't know how to place, because he figured that he was dead, and he had struck up something with Zahir because he didn't know, and now he feels like this thing that he's had is difficult to manage because there's also the end of the world, and he feels that Zahir's very strongly infatuated with him, and now the whole thing with flirting with Malroy, like why was Sal doing this to begin with? Is this a mechanism that Sal has to avoid dealing with the first two problems being Desmond ends it here. So he's thinking about this while he's looking at some crocuses. And
Sal is going through it.
yeah, he's pretty thoroughly enwrapped with this letter, and he's going to put it back in his backpack. He's going to continue walking through the garden to see, because they're magic gardens.
They're magic gardens, yeah.
I just imagine the leaves being like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
In harmony.
They're magic gardens. So there's so many bizarre plants that you've never seen before, and like you've seen a lot of plants. That was like one of your main gigs, back in Terra Voss.
Yeah.
However, these are beyond earthly findings. They seem almost manufactured. Some of them seem almost manufactured, where they are resembling less plant and more musical or glass-like or crystalline.
Interesting.
So there's whole tons of varieties, and they are all like perfection. There's like not a petal out of place, no discoloration, no bug bites. You can't help yourself but to appreciate their beauty. And that is when you see Cyril approaching. He gives you like a little wave. Today he has on this like ochre colored silk floor-length robe.
If you romance this boy too, I swear
Boyfriend
to God.
4.
I'm just filling out a bingo card.
I swear to
His
predict
hair
him.
is quite a bit more tightly pulled up into a bun, kind of slicked back a little bit today.
Oh.
And he has these like moon-shaped spectacles on. He gives you like a little wave. He goes, Salvador, good morning. I see you're
Hello.
also taking a little stroll in the garden.
Indeed, I am. I'm admiring all the craftsmanship. These don't seem to be of this earth.
Ah, you can thank our horticultural students. They are brilliant, world-renowned. But of course you knew that.
Naturally, yes.
Naturally.
Um,
What brings you out to the gardens this morning?
contemplation, mostly, dealing with some internal clashes.
Ah, I see.
I find sitting in a garden amid nice visual stimuli is helpful with dealing with some of those emotions.
Yes, it seems our personal lives are not put on hold when the world spins around us.
You're affected. Are you dealing with some boy trouble too?
Oh, no. I've put troubles behind me in that department. I'm just here for the fun in this chapter of my life.
Somebody started getting cats.
Many cats. Tressums, maybe.
Well, I do hope that you can find some avenue for quelling those emotions and processing them. Please do process them, my dear.
Oh, of course. I would never bottle up feelings. You've got to express them in any avenue possible.
Quite. Although Daphne's notes would suggest otherwise, my dear.
You know, you got to talk to her
No
about
He
that.
read Daphne's
Judgment.
notes on us? What the fuck?
No judgment.
Cyril, you know, there's something. Privacy is a sacrosanct thing.
I have attempted to steer Daphne in that direction. Unfortunately, it's quite difficult.
And Daphne insisted he read them? This bitch! Oh my god!
This guy is so messy. You guys see this?
It's a lot.
It
It's a lot.
was part of our decision-making process to bring you into the fold.
I thought that was prophesized.
Yes, but prophecies don't always need to be shared.
Daphne had backup heroes? That fucking bitch! Jesus!
Wait, how many other Titans are there that have?
Oh, right.
There are 9 at least.
Well, also like,
Or
do
8.
the Titans maybe have multiple
Probably.
Yeah.
paragons?
Like, you
Well,
know, chosen.
unfortunately, little Marky didn't make the cut, nor did Sorelli.
Oh.
That's right. Jesus. Fuck.
Did Penrith
We should
have?
put a pin in that one, though.
Okay.
Just 3 more.
Interesting words, Cyril. I'm glad we stumbled across each other.
Yes, quite. Well, I do hope you have a wonderful rest of your morning.
I'm sure Daphne will tell you about what happens tonight.
Ooh,
Oh,
girl.
Oh, I
Well, I'm not here.
apologize. That is not what was meant by any of that.
I'm just kidding, Cyril. It's a little joke.
All right.
stab him.
He's a wizard. He'd probably
He'd
kill me.
Probably end you, yeah.
Yeah. Power word touch.
Power word
touch.
What does
that's
that
a new
mean?
one.
Is it? What is it?
It's
Death
specific
touch.
to circuit
Power
gay
kill.
wizard
Power kill.
cops.
But there's one.
Power touch.
Power touch.
Oh.
Well,
Yikes.
I must be
Yikes.
back to my students. I have classes the rest of the morning.
What classes do you teach?
Divination. I'm a divination wizard.
That makes sense.
Professor.
Okay.
Yes. I have 3 students. It's a very bespoke expertise at the university.
Interesting. I imagine you get a lot of types. People that like niddling or people that are fan of ropes. I think I knew a dragonborn once that was blue that wanted to be a magic user.
Huh.
My
Yes, the
boyfriend says this name.
evocation school is
What?
just riddled with wizards of all sorts. It's flashy.
Yeah. I look him up and down.
Hold up.
So much is happening right now.
Well, you have a good rest of your day. I will see you this evening.
Bye.
Damn, and canonically we know none of this. How far does your thing reach?
It's
500 feet.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
All right, that is going to bring us to Wren. Wren.
You looked at me.
That is going to bring us to Wren. Wren, your goal is to investigate the quakes.
Yeah.
You are making your way to the construction guild.
Mm-hmm.
So as you have made your way through the common quarters into the guild hall region of the city, you see this grand fountain in the middle of this stone courtyard. Actually, it's a series of 3 fountains with this courtyard where each of the guild houses are in a circle around this courtyard. They each have a sign that dictates which guild they are. So we have the Defense Guild, the Performance Guild, Enchanters Guild, Herbalist Guild, Construction Guild, and the Battle Mage Guild. And you had over lipped, because you didn't hear, you had lip read. The Construction Guild is responsible for, or potentially responsible for the quakes. And you've made your way here. It is a tall, physics-defying building.
Sure. Yeah.
Of course, it's
Yeah.
the Construction Guild.
Yeah.
You've never quite seen architecture like this. It feels almost extraterrestrial with organic shapes, curves, bulbous ballooning forms, all kind of delicately balancing on a teeny tiny base. At the base of the building, there is a platform where you can see this blue beam arcing up to a doorway at the top of the building.
Beam me up, Scotty. I make an assumption and I step into the blue
you step
beam.
into the beam and you feel your body become weightless as your cloak billows and all of your pouches and everything starts to kind of float as you ascend up towards the building and find yourself placed delicately at the front steps of the construction guild.
All right, let's head in. I'd like to find a secretary of sorts.
Yeah. So you push open the door and you enter into this grand hall. It is all made of glass, where there are these columns that go down maybe 500 feet on either side. The hallway is about 50 feet wide. And you see statues also made of glass lining both the walls. And at the very end of the entrance hall, you see a small chrome sliver extend across, where a woman is seated in a chair behind it. It is extremely minimal.
Oh, minimal.
There are no papers, no clutter on the desk. It is literally just a strip of metal that extends across this otherwise clear room. Clear extending out into the exterior. You can see everything from up here.
How anyone want to spend time in this place? But okay, I'm gonna go walk up to that woman. This place is terrible. I hate it here. Hi, hello. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing well. Do you have an appointment?
No, I take it you're a secretary of sorts for the guild.
That is a wonderful assumption. Yes, I
Okay.
am the secretary here.
I didn't want to assume, but you're sitting out here and all. Anyways, so sorry. I don't have an appointment, but I am here on behalf of some concerned citizens regarding the recent quakes that are happening within the city.
Oh, yes, I can take your concerns and forward them on to the council.
Well, I would actually like to get a little bit more information on why they're occurring. I think that me and my constituents would appreciate having a reason and might quell some anxieties.
Give me I guess this is deception.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
The reason why I looked at you, because like this is no southern accent, I was kind of shocked.
Well, if it's not
mildly
southern,
British.
must be mildly
Oh.
British.
I rolled a 2.
Pip, pip,
or so
cheerio.
a 7.
Well, constituents must file the proper paperwork nonetheless. It's how we log all of our concerns and make decisions.
Well, how might I follow up on a logged complaint, if that were the case?
We have town halls once a month on Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m.
So is the next one this coming Tuesday?
Yes, precisely.
How far away is Tuesday? This is not Wren asking.
It
this
is
week.
currently Wednesday.
Oh,
Does no one remember this but I?
I don't remember. I don't
What's
remember
the-
days. I don't remember what days of the week it is normally, let alone in a fantasy system that I'm not living in. What do I have in my arsenal of things that could help me with this? Don't think there's much. Well, that's just. Well, I appreciate your help. It is deeply disappointing that I'm not able to glean any more information. There's been a lot of unrest within the population and the other residents of the city. Obviously there are concerns
Oh, is
about
this your account? One moment, please. And
Whoa.
she
I have an account.
Spicy.
wipes her hand up, and you see a pad of paper and a quill form, and it starts to write down verbatim what you were saying.
Oh, cool.
And you can see the script. It faces you.
Excellent. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, excellent. Thank you. And then it repeats 2 times because then you read it in your head, kind of mumbling.
Well, there are just a lot of concerned citizens, given that the crucial aspects of the construction guild. I mean, the catastrophe that would happen if the city were to fall into the chasm. We all know what the deaths of however many people are here, other than those who can fly. But that's not the point. And so, given the frequency of the quakes, I think it would be helpful for the guild to make an immediate statement about why those quakes are happening and the steps that are being taken to fix the quakes. I don't know better words for that.
Is it all?
Ooh.
Yes.
Thank you. Your concerns have been dictated and will be filed away for our council members to review prior to the next town hall. Anything else I can help you with today?
Damn, that's hardcore.
It is.
Do they have job openings?
Yeah.
Fuck. I can't think of anything. I'd like to ping within 500 feet of me.
All right.
I'd like to see if anyone within 500 feet will want an online chat.
Age, sex, location.
Oh my
Except for her. I skipped
Except
her.
for her. Okay.
God. Okay.
I'm gonna roll a d20. Or actually, I'll let you roll a d20.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna give you a number
Oh.
that you were trying to hit before you
I'll roll
rolled
again.
it.
Yeah.
I'll say that this will be a DC 18.
DC 18. Do I add anything to my roll?
Prayer.
Let's say charisma persuasion.
Persuasion? 18?
Beautiful. So you send out your little ping. I'm gonna roll real quick
Yeah.
to determine what type of person we're gonna get. All right.
Southern or British?
Southern or British? Hello.
Hi. I can see through their eyes. By the way.
Vice
part of
versa.
the-
Okay.
Yeah.
So as
sit d-
they open the line,
I sit
this
down.
person who just picked up a random phone.
Phone call. Rain phone
Like-
call.
They heard it ringing and were like, "Okay, I consent to this conversation with a random person." It's what is that thing on the internet where the roulette
Omegle.
Omegle.
Omegle
or chat roulette.
Yeah.
or chat roulette?
Oh my God,
Basically,
chat
this is the type of person who goes on chat roulette and just like is gonna talk to a random person on the internet.
Exactly the type of person I want to talk to right now,
And
honestly.
you see this again desk in a glass room. They're the only person in this room. But the desk, instead of being like super modern and minimal, just has photos of cats and little
My type
tchotchkes of
person.
frogs
Oh.
and little like mice. So there's like porcelain. Yeah.
Yep.
And then they have this like cloth that they've draped over a section of it that's like very colorful and patterned. And you can see that they're wearing like a lot of very contrasting rings. And they have this like oversized sweater, like cable knit sweater on. Because you can see their arms.
Sure. Hi, sorry. I'm Wren. What's your name?
I'm Penelope. How did you get this? What is going on here?
Oh,
Brought
sorry.
to you by Penny by Zephyr Mofikari.
Yeah, I'm sorry to disturb you. It's just a telepathic connection that I can form. And I was hoping
Oh,
to.
fascinating. That's really cool.
Yeah. So and I hold up my hand so like. she
Oh
can see.
shit! I've never been. Oh wow. Okay.
Wow.
Yes. Yes, and I might say, are those your cats?
They are. Oh my gosh, this
They
one's
are-
cannoli. That's wasabi, and this little one over here, that's cremini.
Oh, they are truly adorable. I have one back home myself. This isn't my home, but I've.
No,
so
I
I've
see
been
you're in the
saying-
lobby.
Yes. Oh, sure, obviously. But I have a cat named Twilight. It's a black cat. I try and project an image of I think about what Twilight looks
Can
like.
you do that with this
I don't know.
ability? Because that's pretty freaking cool. I don't remember what abilities I gave you all.
They can perceive seeing, feeling, smelling, tasting, and hearing. So maybe not.
Okay, so you project the feeling of when you think about
Yeah.
Twilight, and they go, "Oh my gosh, you love them so much."
I do, and I miss them dearly. But I'll be home with them soon. Anyways, I was actually here at the guild today, and I to not go through the exact thing, but I pretty much give the same spiel that I gave.
Yeah.
Concerned
Okay.
citizen.
Persuasion with advantage this time, and I'm gonna give you inspiration for this whole shtick.
I wooed a crowd. I know how to do that. That is hell yeah, that's a 24.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, the quakes. Yeah. We've been working on that, and I mean, I can't tell you too much about what the guild is doing because I'm just a middle manager. But what I can tell you is that everybody's really concerned about them, and they don't really know what's going on. But don't share that with the public.
Oh, of course not.
please.
Of course not.
I trust you because we just have this I can feel
No,
this,
kindred
yeah,
spirits for sure.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know do they know anything about the source of the quakes? Is it new construction that's causing it? Is it some runes or something that are going down? Magic things.
So we know that the Underkeep is a focal point of magic, and unfortunately it seems that there's been some instability in the surges, so that is upsetting the circuitry.
Where does this magic
So-
come from?
Well, the weave, of course.
So this city is literally built on a weave river,
Oh, like
Yeah,
ley
you
lines.
could think about it like that.
Like an intersection of ley
Yeah.
lines. A well.
and so that they think that fluxes in the weave's energy is causing them.
Yeah, because there's when there's how to put, have you ever had are you no, you're not. Have any of your wizard friends ever described channeling a spell and it just bursts out and kind of they lose control over it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, that was power surges. Normally our
Don't look at me like that.
normally our circuitry is pretty stable, but that surge of power makes it past our limiters that prevent the magic from doing that. That's how the city itself stays so afloat without rocking and stays in one place, is that it has to have a constant flow that is managed by our limiters.
So it's overcharging the limiters.
Yeah.
Got it.
This makes sense.
No, it does though. It follows general magic logic.
Well,
Yeah.
Ley lines are spicy. The world is dying.
yeah.
Dying for Zephyr Melfricaro. I'm sorry.
And are there any theories on why these surges are coming through?
Well, a lot of people think it's because of the rifts. So, if you looked at the ley lines in Everfear, there are there's intersections at the two rift points that we've seen so far, and so we're thinking that might be disrupting the flow.
That makes sense. Well, I appreciate this so much. I
Of
think
course.
I can't
You'll
promise.
have to
that-
send me a picture of Twilight.
Oh, absolutely.
Again, my name is Penelope. Last name Sigrid.
No. Sacred.
And my calendar is actually pretty open. I really only have a touch point, a daily stand up with my staff. and a monthly team or a weekly team meeting on Thursdays. Other than that, like I'm pretty open if you wanted to set up an appointment with the receptionist.
Oh, I will.
Is this art imitating life right now?
What?
Yeah, I don't think I realized the word touch point triggers me so much until just now.
I will keep that in mind. I think I need to speak with my other concerned citizens about what we would like to see from the guild regarding this. I think just more transparency is kind of, people are just concerned because we haven't heard anything, but these quakes have been going on for a while.
I know, but you know wizards. There's like a lot of politics involved. Somebody writes something in the newspaper, and then some government official loses their job. You know how it is.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, I appreciate you, and I'll be in touch. I'll make sure to get a picture next time I come around.
Yay, thank you.
Bye. Boop.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Boop.
All right. So you've done that. We're going to now circle to Yonce. So Yonce is getting, you're getting a lovely little montage. So you can make your way to the arena, and they do have like open training rooms. Like they're in full preparation for stadium days. So like a lot of people are doing this, like going in there, training, checking out the various like obstacle courses and like the swimming pools and the targets and like all the different things, training and getting ready, and it's pretty much open to the public at this point, as long as you've been registered for stadium days. So what are you training on?
That's a really good question. I guess I want to practice my magic spells. Well, I guess they're all magic. I shouldn't practice weapons because I barely use them. Let's just say are my spells.
Yeah, look impressive.
All right, yeah.
Attract attention.
Like, what are you good at in terms of
Besides my Eldritch Blast,
So Eldritch Blast is a good one. So how many rays do you got now?
I have 3.
3.
Oh.
Okay, so something that you could probably find yourself really good at is, have you ever seen those clay pigeon games where they shoot the clay pigeons up and
Very
they
rich
shoot like
person
3
game,
of them?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a very they shoot like a bunch of them up and you have to try to hit all the targets before.
Mm-hmm.
So Eldritch Blast would be perfect for that because you can send off 3 very quickly.
Okay.
So like that could be a great thing for you to be practicing on. Let's just run it this way, where I want you to do a roll, and depending on the roll, unless you want to role play with the people there, I don't know, or anything else that you want to do while you're there, but we could also just chalk this up as a roll that will determine if you get advantage or inspiration for the stadium days.
Okay, let's do that. I feel like I'm not really focused on anyone, but if people focus on me, that's on them. That's not on me. I need to register first. Or am I already registered?
Yeah, so last session, you all had stopped by and done a registration. We kind of chalked it up to we'll figure out logistics of what you signed up for offline. Basically, it's magical, Olympics. There's all sorts of different competitions.
I remember this. This was only yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. Not like a month and a half ago.
It was only yesterday.
So what kind of roll would that be? Let's do an Arcana roll, because you're practicing your magic. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's do an Arcana roll.
That's a 14.
Okay, a 14. So we're gonna say that.
Wait, is this the only roll I'm gonna do for this?
For today. So what I can.
Then I'm gonna add my pack of the talisman.
Beautiful. And like what we could do is depending on like how we how the rest of the 3 weeks pan out, or the rest of the week. Stadium days is next week. The rest of the week pans out. You can come back multiple days to try to like up your ability,
All right.
and do this on a daily basis if you like.
All right, cool. Well, that's gonna, so 14 plus 3 is a 17.
Okay, a 17 will do it. We'll say the DC will be 16. So that's going to be one advantage on the actual day of the competition.
All right. Cool, cool.
So I'm going to write that down as well. So Yonce advantages. Clay pigeons. Lovely.
Caw.
All right. Anything else you want to do while you're out there, or is that good?
Is how many people are around me? I want to see if anyone noticed how impressive my shooting was.
So there's a good amount of people around the stadium. They kind of have like different areas where they've set up each of the different activities, and you have to like wait your turn because there's like only one clay pigeon set up going at a time.
Mhm.
You have to like keep going. But you do notice, actually, you do notice some people watching you at one point during the day. So there's this dragonborn man who is doing like a light show situation when you're like checking him out. Very well dressed, very like colorful, gaudy. Yeah.
So just to add a little flair to it, as I'm practicing the clay pigeon, I'm adding some gymnastic flair to it. So as soon as I'm assuming someone says, oh, I guess I say clear, as the 3 clay pigeons shoot up, I do a little like, what's that called? Like a somersault but without your hands.
An aerial?
flip?
It's like a flip.
A
An
flip.
aerial?
Yeah. No hand. I do like a no hand flip, shoot the first 2, and then I do like a handstand with one hand, and I shoot the last one and hit all 3.
Oh yeah, because there's definitely style points for this
Exactly.
competition. Yeah.
And as I land, I do a twirl into a split, and then I'm able to get back up. I have that much leg strength where I'm able to get up from my split too and be like, a little rusty, but that will do. Okay.
Gorgeous. He does not come to approach you, but you do catch him from time to time, looking over your way. He has blue scales. Looks a little bit more mature compared to other dragonborns that you have seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they're doing a light show. As they're doing it, I'm gonna look at them and be like, hey, nice scales. And I do a head nod.
So,
They give you a wink,
oh,
and they puff out their chest.
Oh, sir. Oh, okay. I puff out my chest too because I just assume that's what the customs are. I'm gonna be like, am I doing this right? And I wink back.
They continue on with their little light show, and now it seems like they're putting on a little performance for you.
Oh.
How impressive is the performance in their eyes?
Oh, in their eyes, they are killing it. They basically. Have you ever seen somebody who's showing off so much that it feels like they forgot you exist?
Wow, way to bring up trauma. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. So they just go, and then at some point you see that they're just going. They're like that exchange is over in their mind.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, as I'm seeing that, wow, I guess human interaction, check. And I walk away, but as I'm walking away, I'm going to turn around and be like, you may want to stick that landing a little bit more. I say doing a little more core exercises will help that. Whatever you're doing, but keep it up. You may get second. And I walk away.
And you walk away.
And I look back to see if they actually notice me.
They do not.
Wow. I walk away being like, I guess time for lunch. Well, just keep walking.
With that cycle of split the party montages out of the way, we are going to go on a short little break before we pivot back to what's going on with Upri. So sit tight, audience. We will be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Step into the captivating realm of Zephyr Maleficarum, where fantasy and fragrance meld to craft a uniquely personal odyssey into the whimsical characters of our dreams. Each elixir is a portal to a world of sensory exploration, ushering you into a world of indulgence, where you are the protagonist of your very own extraordinary tale. Delve into the enigmatic depths of our fragrances, where whimsy waltzes hand in hand with olfactory artistry, and every file becomes a magical gateway to a universe filled with dreams and wonder. This is your invitation to unravel the mysteries of scent and bask in the enchantment of imagination. With each application, you embark on a transformative journey, and every day unfolds as an opportunity to immerse yourself in an epic odyssey of wonder. All right, audience, we are back once again after a short break. We just finished up with Yonce's odd exchange.
Hey.
It
It's
wasn't
hot.
necessarily odd on just your behalf.
What did I... You know what? Zephyr Maleficarum is canceled.
Which is going to cycle us back to Upri.
Speaking of odd, howdy y'all.
Yeah, speaking of odd interactions, looks at all four of you.
What? I had a totally normal
I had a
reaction.
perfectly normal interaction.
Perfectly normal. All right,
That was normal. You're just a hater.
Oh.
Upri. Snooping
Damn.
around warehouses.
Yeah. Any cards being
I'm
played?
trying to decide if it should be an investigation check or a stealth check because I don't know exactly
I'm not
how you're doing
sneaking. I'm
it.
like
Okay.
I'm wandering.
You're wandering, so you don't care if people will notice you.
Yeah, I want
Cool,
them
cool,
to
cool,
notice
cool.
me. Almost.
Okay, cool. Give me an investigation check.
Let's try a new D20. Oh, 14.
All right. That's a pretty decent roll. Looking for people in warehouses that are playing games is honestly probably not that difficult. I've worked enough warehouse jobs to know that. I've worked in warehouses.
Oh.
I've worked a lot of jobs, y'all. And now I'm DMing for Dungeons and Dragons.
Mhm.
See, that's how you become a DM. Work jobs.
Okay, Kim Kardashian.
Anyways,
Get off
I've
your
just
ass at
been an
work.
accountant and an accountant.
wink. Let's see. So Also, the docks aren't particularly large. The city isn't that large. So eventually you do find by near the hole in the wall there is a warehouse where you see basically things come off the ships. They go into the warehouse for holding until wherever they're being eventually delivered to comes to pick them up. Or whatever carrier, whatever land carrier picks them up. So things usually find them their way here as like a holding pen. However, not the boxes you were tracking. That's one thing that you do note. Because we're still riding off that 21 perception check. So those boxes are being very directly picked up off the boat and taken into the city. And if they are being taken towards the university... Yeah, towards the university.
Actually, in that case, can I try to follow the boxes?
Sure. You can.
Cool.
That is probably going to take a stealth check to follow them all the way to their location without somebody noticing they're being followed
By a tree woman.
by a
Don't
tree
the trees
woman.
make the
As she flap, 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 flap,
As I'm rustling.
wrestling.
roll for psychic damage?
All right, it might be a windy day because I got a 3.
Okay. So you, pretty early on in you following them, you start to notice that the carrier of, or the driver of the wagon that picked up one of the loads of boxes is like looking over and
the
like
fuck is this
making lots
8-foot
of
tree
eye
lady?
contact. And then you notice that it does start to pick up its pace and starts to go down like various roads.
I'm running.
You're running after it?
Yeah, no shame.
All right. So eventually it was going towards the university and then it like veered off left like right before it hit the Arcane Gardens, went past the Council of Mages. When it started going towards the arena, dipped beyond the wall and then started going like weaving in and out of all that tent area around the arena. Into the common quarters before eventually you see that it comes to a halt in front of what looks to be the police headquarters, and the man just sits atop the carriage and like waves out to the guards at the front door of the police quarters.
Is there a hat stand nearby?
The hat stand would be on the other side of the city.
Oh.
You do have your hat. I don't know if you brought it with you today.
Newspapers?
Do you want a tree stride?
Newspaper, give me a quick investigation check.
13.
A 13. You do. You find like a journal that was dropped on the ground,
Cool. I go sit on a nearby bench and just put the journal like this.
and it's like a small like pocket journal, like a little something.
It's a little
somebody would put
moleskin?
in a little,
Yeah.
a little moleskin.
It
that somebody
doesn't
would
cover
put
my
in,
whole
like, their
face.
purse. Yes, exactly. That is precisely what I try to convey. So it's a little tiny moleskin, and you're just like holding it up, like pressed into your face, just like.
It's open on a blank page too.
Your roll is a 3, right?
Mhm.
Your stealth? Yeah. Okay, so eventually you hear the like clinking of metal armor hitting the cobblestone as two guards in this like it's weird armor because it's wizard armor. So it has like pauldrons and it has like boots and gauntlets on, but like the rest of it is all silk It's like a really strange fashion going on here. And they just kind of stop maybe 5 feet next to you and just stand there for like a beat.
I continue to pretend to read my blank notebook. Oh, I don't have any cough drops. I'm so sorry.
Ma'am,
Smooth.
it seems that that gentleman over there believes that you've been following them.
Oh, that's so weird. I was just out for my morning jog and I found this journal that somebody lost. So I was trying to figure out, using context clues, who it might belong to.
Deception roll.
Is that what the character said to them?
It jumped. Can I roll it again?
I don't know what that means, but I guess. I don't know.
10.
Sure, likely story.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we just wait here for a bit and have a little chat?
Oh, yeah, of course not. Here, and I'll flip through the journal. Is there any writing in it? Is it brand new?
It's like a fairly new journal.
Okay.
You see a lot of like shopping lists, random notes. On one page, there's like something that definitely is like a mantra, like, I will look myself in the mirror every morning and tell myself that you're beautiful.
Oh,
Like,
I am beautiful. I am loved.
I am loved. I am smart.
Hang in there.
So yeah, fairly new. Not too much stuff written down. They're not a journaler by any means. And then you see the other guard like wave on the carriage, and the carriage starts moving again.
am I near a tree? Maybe behind the park, the bench that I'm
There
on?
would be a tree maybe 200 feet away.
Damn, that's really far.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this journal, it's kind of new. I can't make out any context clues. What do you think? I'll hand them the journal.
He takes it and he starts flipping through it. I don't know. It's just like a journal. I don't know. If you leave it on the park bench here, somebody will come back for
That's a
it.
good
retrace
idea.
their steps.
You're good at your job.
We do also have a lost and found in the station.
Oh, why don't
if
you put
you'd
it in
like
there?
to-
This looks expensive. It's a nice cover.
All right. So,
So I'm going to stretch and put my arm around him. So, how long you been a enforcer in this here city?
well, my daddy was an
Oh.
enforcer in the city, so kind of grew up around
Daddy.
it.
Oh, it's in your family. I see. I see.
Yeah.
I hope you still have to undertake the proper training and pass tests, even though it...
Oh, yeah, of course. I lift myself up by my bootstraps just like anyone else would have.
Upri's eyes glaze over for a minute. Yeah, bootstraps.
So,
I don't-
running in the city. Yeah, that's
Yeah, do people not jog here?
there's not too much of that going around here.
Oh, I suppose it's a lot of wizards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you see, and I'll just flex my 12-pack. I don't know. I think it goes up one number every time I talk about it.
I do see it's you're definitely an outsider. You from the Enchanted Forest?
Yeah. Actually, I grew up there. You know the place?
Can't say that I have ventured too much outside the walls of the city.
I mean, I love a townie. So, any hot gossip? Hey, you hear about that masquerade ball that's coming up in a couple of weeks? That sounds exciting.
Is that why you were following the carriage, ma'am?
What carriage?
Deception.
Yeah, what was your deception? A 10?
10.
All right. Well, I'll have my eyes on you.
Oh, are
Pretty
you going? I myself
easy
also have an
to
invitation.
Spot. And he just kind of picks his teeth with his tongue. All right, that's long enough.
For what?
I'll let you be.
Oh, I mean, I don't have any plans. What are you doing?
Yeah, this conversation is over. I don't know if you needed any more hints, but we were just
Yes.
stalling you long enough for the
Give me more
carriage to get out
directions.
of the vicinity.
Vicinity of
Now, ma'am, I'm gonna have to ask you not to follow carriages around. It kind of creeps people out and makes them think you're up to no good. And you're not up to no good now, are ya?
what? Of course not. I mean, that feels a little like profiling. I don't know if you're aware with that term, but
Ooh.
Alrighty
you don't
then.
get many tree women here, do you?
Film this. Film this.
I'm just fucking.
He just kind of nods his head. He doesn't have a really good response to that.
Well, correct, because I'm probably the only one.
And he goes, all right. Hopefully I don't see you later.
Yeah, I'll see you at the
goodbye.
party. Wink.
And he taps the other one on their chest, and they turn and they go back to the front door of the station. You see them position up there.
Upri will just mutter to herself, yeah. In hindsight, I guess my only friends are really my family until a couple months ago. And then we can pan away.
All right.
As you still continue to read the moleskin.
Yeah.
No, they're going to put it in lost and found.
Oh, they took it.
Yeah.
All right. So, Salvador, was there anything else you wanted to do before meeting up with the group at lunchtime? Because that's what I remember you all agreeing on.
I'll stroll by the Council of Mages. I kind of want to see what the building looks like.
Okay.
If there's in the lobby, do they have photos of prominent people on the walls or?
Okay. So you're just doing a
drive-by,
drive-by, scope out the place. Yeah, it is the Council of Mages is a very municipal style building as far as the Underkeep goes. So it's still fancy and crystalline and kind of magic-y, whiny bullshit.
Yeah.
But it is probably the closest thing to your idea of a municipal building that you've seen so far. And yeah, there are there's one of those statues of some old white wizard man at the front, and there's a weird modern art piece that looks really poorly executed on the other side of it. And then when you enter in, you see portraits of all the council members over the years on one side, and then above the receptionist desk you see the current council members in a single photo together, all sitting in chairs very uncomfortably, with an odd amount of gap between them.
Do not like each other.
Yeah, just a odd amount of gap.
How many of them are there?
There's about 9.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
or there are 9. I shouldn't say about 9. There are 9.
Are they dressed in a particular fashion?
Yeah, they're all wearing black robes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Given the frivolity of the rest of the city, that they're so staid in their
Yeah.
outfits.
It does seem a little out of place, yeah.
Is it all men?
Mostly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah.
Men suck.
Is there underneath this? I'm just gonna go up to the. Is there a reception area?
Yeah.
Gonna chat casually with the person at reception, I'm new to this city. I'm trying to figure out how your forms of government work, and I was just curious about that photo up there. They look very prominent. Any names?
They look up from their desk and they just kind of blink their eyes a little bit and they go, "Yep, that's the council."
What are all of their names and their favorite foods?
You can read that first part on the placard, and I do not know the second.
Oh, okay.
Can I help you with anything else?
How do you feel about the city in general?
Sir, I am a civil servant. I am here to be a receptionist at the council house.
And you're doing a great job. Thank you so much. I'm gonna. Oh, look over here, and I walk away from the desk. And
So silly.
We're really killing these conversations.
Why are we so
tonight.
bad?
I think my conversation was the best so far.
yeah, it really was.
Honestly. Well, no, Red's conversation with the cat
Penelope.
lady, Penelope, was the best. so
Because you
far.
said wasabi and cannoli. Wow.
But yeah, I take note of all their names, and I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah, there is
about them.
definitely like a placard. That
I was
has
gonna
all their
ask that, but I
names.
felt a lot. I was asking a lot of. Is not a.
There's
yeah.
like a weird hierarchy as well that you note. So, for the Council of Mages, there's like an Archmage, and then there's a Magister, and then the rest of them just have Council Member in front of their name.
Oh.
So there's definitely like right hand, left hand, everybody else.
I see.
And if you want, it's Archmage Lorian Star Whisper. And Magister Celine Moonshroud.
Okay, they got some real fancy names here. This is we got Raven Shadow, Star Whisper, Moonshroud, lots of compound last names.
Yeah.
Burn.
Oh no, hey, I love it. Cause like otherwise you just get names that are, I don't know. It gives some flavor. I love flavor.
Thank you.
And I say this to the receptionist. Great names, you know. Is everybody named like that in this town? What's your name?
My name is Beatrice Pebble.
And that suits you so well.
Burn.
Can I help you with anything else, sir?
No, Beatrice, you're never change. And
Wasn't planning on it.
I feel like I've ruined this encounter, so I'm just gonna go. Bye, Beatrice. I hope you have a better. You have a great day.
Pleasure to serve you. Have a good day.
And I leave. Another red letter day for Sal.
All right, Wren, was there anything else you were going to do before lunchtime?
Nah, I'm just gonna go to lunch.
All right, cool. We'll say that training was pretty much a morning thing. Like there's a lot that goes into training that we did not role play because that's boring.
I could have done a musical number.
When you do the performance at the actual stadium days, we'll give you some time to sort that out. Upri, you've had a morning. That's morning
Yeah.
for you.
You woke up.
So is there anybody who is not returning to the group for lunchtime?
Just the one going on a date.
That's tonight.
Oh.
I think it's tonight. I don't know if we
That
have.
was afternoon.
Was it afternoon? Yeah. Okay.
That's
but
why
I
we're
could
all
be
meeting up to
wrong.
spy.
Yeah, we were gonna creep.
I didn't take great
gonna follow.
notes about that
And
part.
watch your lips.
We're gonna
Please don't say it like that.
Oh god.
Well, this is a group date, didn't you know?
Not flavor of love.
Oh.
All right. So, where did you all say you were meeting back up for lunch?
Yeah, where's Al?
I'm sure there's a lovely place in the area of town that we had gone to Penny's at. So I'm just going to try to stroll around there to find wherever Malroy had recommended yesterday.
He had recommended somewhere? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Wow. We had quite a conversation.
No, I'm making this up now because we did not
okay,
set
okay,
aside
okay.
any logistics around other than just tomorrow, which
Yeah.
is today.
Just gotta pick them up from pennies.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that's probably the
pennies,
most reasonable.
pennies. But you all are having lunch together, right?
Yeah.
Y'all reconvening, so convene at Penny's or outside Penny's, down the street at the cafe on the corner.
Yeah.
Down the street from Penny's. That's a good place, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all, I don't think I should be left alone.
What'd you do?
In my mind, nothing. But if you hear it from someone else, I think I'm on one of those watch lists.
And this is why the squirrels in the enchanted forest don't like you.
Like, don't. They've always been so nice.
Maybe they'll like you a little bit more now that you're a tree.
Oh, maybe.
Ooh.
It's a different look. They'll probably be fascinated by that.
Yeah, I really stand out. I mean, I always kind of had, but now,
Very much so.
yeah, I don't know if whether you saw me, just full on jogging through the streets earlier.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Everyone else did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, training went well. I think I'm gonna do the clay pigeon, just because it's the easiest. There was this really weird person, this dragonborn, who was like flexing, I guess, to me, but their technique was kind of mid. So I didn't know what to do. So I just said something to be, I thought, helpful, and then I walked away. But in hindsight, that could have been defined as rude. You know what? And maybe this is the reason why I am single and only hang out with my family.
And your friends.
And with my family and friends.
Yeah.
And then
Huh.
we pivot to a fun fact. Did you know autism runs in families?
As Yonce,
Don't have any biologic connection.
honestly, and as I'm vocalizing this, I kind of just dissociate and I'm just looking at walls, be like, huh. And then it's an awkward, 10 seconds of silence. That was my day. Morning.
I ran into Cyril in the gardens, and I learned that Daphne is keeping a diary of us.
What?
What?
This is the first time I've heard of this.
She's taking notes, and I guess Cyril has read some of these notes.
Like,
That's
kinda
a slut.
What do they know about us?
I honestly forget exactly what Cyril said, but it seemed scandalous at the time.
Oh.
I think he was watching my flirting yesterday, or
Oh.
he read
Oh.
about the flirting.
I mean,
You said scandalous. I was like,
yeah.
Well, it's private.
well, I mean, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
so private. We would never.
You would never eavesdrop on a private
Sure.
Oh,
conversation.
never.
I also went to the council hall to scope out who is in charge of the council,
Mm-hmm.
and I had an awkward interaction with the civil servant there, but that's what I gathered.
All right. So 3 awkward encounters. Wren, you're up.
I went to the builders hall. Builders?
The construction guild.
Construction guild. Thank you. I went to the construction guild and figured out what the construction guild thinks is going on with the quakes that have been happening
Oh,
in the city.
yeah.
And they say that the weave, aka the magic that supports the city and lets it float in the air, has been going through surges and have been overpowering their capacitors or their whatever they use to balance the city in the air.
So this city is broken.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Does that just mean we can fall at any second?
Free fall.
It does kind of feel that way, but they didn't seem as overtly concerned as I feel like they should be. So maybe they know something that we don't, but I don't know what we could do about that.
I mean, I would hope they would have backup sigils or something.
Yeah.
Or, just not float and have a permanent island that isn't floating.
Well, I guess is it water beneath us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean,
Could be some flooding.
it's rock, so it'd fall and probably split, and then
I mean,
everything
you're always
would
looking at the
flood.
negative. It could just float.
I mean, it's made out of dirt and rock. I mean, maybe they have some sort of floating mechanism should it fall. But
And lots of multi-story buildings and giant stadium.
Yeah.
And
But it's
arena.
I don't know what we could do about that. That feels like a world problem. They think it's because of the rifts. So naturally, or like if we were to close the rifts.
I think they've got to work to get people that know mold earth and just little by little build up a column of stone beneath it until they make an actual physical support.
Oh.
Yeah, but aesthetically that would be.
It is less cool.
Yeah.
It is more safe.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
and
you
this-
noticed, but everyone here
city-
is real showy.
Yeah.
That's true.
The city feels cool. Feels important. To
They
the
could make it
people in the
invisible,
city.
though. It could be optically eluded.
I think just knowing it there would upset everyone's ego.
They're like, I know we're on solid ground.
Yeah.
I have to live on the ground.
Yeah.
That feels beneath
This
them.
this whole city seems like a huge pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
So
Truly.
Well,
Well,
don't you have a little date?
I do. I don't know exactly what we're doing, but I hope it's fun. I was scoping out the gardens to see if that was somewhere where we could go.
Oh, the gardens.
Yeah.
Nice. Where is that again?
That's east of here.
East, you say?
So we're gonna go west. You enjoy your date. We're not going to follow you.
I give them directions to the arcane gardens.
We follow them.
yeah.
We go to the garden and wait. Wait, do we
Eventually
set up
what's
our
going on?
own picnic? Just really get some charcuterie?
Hell yeah. Let's go stop by the
Coochie.
market.
Charcuterie.
Stop by the market.
Is there
and-
anything else you all want to do in the afternoon?
Other
while
than have
Salvador is
charcuterie in
on
the
his
garden?
date?
Is there anything else you'd want to do in the afternoon?
I don't know. There's shopping.
I was looking.
There's,
Everything's pretty pricey. I was going to see if I
objectives.
could find sort of item that lets me cast Disguise Self.
plot points.
Disguise self would be really helpful.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can. We
I
can
really
do plot
stand out
points.
now.
We still have to go to the
No,
conclave.
Salvador cannot.
The what?
Salvador has a date.
The conclave.
Wait, what? I thought what plot points?
There are 3 factions in this town, and I barely touched on one of them.
Oh, is that what we're supposed to be doing? I thought we were supposed to be. I don't know.
I mean,
This is what happens
No,
when you
we're
give us
trying
free
to- we're trying to
range.
you
We're
did
trying to
plenty
make
of stuff.
friends in the city.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've all.
And so far
failed.
we have not done well.
You've made a coworker.
Yes.
You've made an
ma-
enemy with the policeman.
I've made the
You
watch
learned some
list.
shit. You prepped yourself for the stadium.
Yeah.
Like, these are all things.
You have a love interest.
I'm not gonna bar you from doing anything that you think is going to help you move forward with collecting allies.
Yeah, I think maybe if I could find like a ring that lets me cast Disguise Self once a day.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that would be.
Okay, so if you want to do any shopping, I have prepared some shops that you are all welcome to partake in. And I think I gave you all their shopping or their inventories.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go to Ethereal Artifacts Bazaar, find anything for a finder's fee, because my Ring of Disguise Self isn't on the other lists.
And the other thing that you could potentially do during this time is go to any of the like non-magic shops. So like we have the magic shops, Third Wish, Ninth Life, and Serendipity. But then there are also like there's a clothing store called Crystal Threads Emporium, an apothecary called Aether Alchemy, an artifacts bazaar, Luminary Lenses Optics, Stellar Scribes Tome
glasses.
Haven.
What looks better,
And then
A
all
or
of
B?
your like normal
Oh my God.
mercantile guild or artisans. So like blacksmith, enchanters, potions, all that shit that you would normally find in a well-stocked magical city. So if there's any of that type of equipment that you would like to find as well. So you all think on that. And let's start with Salvador, because that seems like something that we kind of have a general idea of what we're doing. Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah, Salvador's ready for his D.
More recorded flirting.
All right, so you go pick him up after his shift is over at.
Well, he's free today.
Oh yeah, he's free today. Okay.
So he's been doing
He works every day
Except
Wednesday.
Except Wednesday.
but yeah.
But he does swing by Penny's. Says you see him say hello to his coworkers. They all like kind of egg him on.
Yeah.
I think you overhear at some point that Penny's the ginger woman.
Oh, okay.
Is just like, ooh, he's cute, all that jazz. You know the thing that like you hype up your friends,
Yeah.
when they're going on a date, and then you also are like, text me where you're gonna be so that we know that you're not murdered. So if you have good friends, someone should know where you are.
Yes.
Just PSA.
I was like, this is getting very 2024. Do they have text messaging in this city?
They probably
Sending
have
stones.
sending stones. yeah.
Message.
Is it free after
Whatever.
9?
No, it's a spell slot, so depending on how many spells you cast, yeah, probably.
All right.
But yeah, I link arms with him and we stroll down the boulevard as I head towards the Arcane Gardens.
All right. So you suggest the gardens. All right. So
Or if he has ideas,
yeah. So he actually does have an idea that he's going to suggest. And we can roleplay this a little bit. So he's like, "Oh, Salvador, da da da." You do their like little meet and greet thing. We can kind of skip past all of that.
Yeah.
And he wants to suggest that Salvador, there's this you know what? There's my favorite place in the city is this quiet little place off the island. If you're interested, I like to go there sometimes to just clear my head. It's nothing fancy or anything, and not quite as beautiful as the gardens, but honestly, I've been to the garden so many times on first dates. It'd be
I
nice to do
see.
something different.
It is saturated in terms of usage, but yeah, I'd be interested in seeing a different point of view of the town. So you go there and you contemplate about life and your place in it.
Yeah, I mean, like, the city's so noisy all the time. Sometimes I like to just go someplace quiet and outside the humdrum.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds like a great idea. Maybe I can grab some food to go.
Yeah, there's this cute little sandwich shop around the corner. We could
Okay.
grab sandwiches to go and maybe a little garden salad. And,
Mm-hmm.
do you like boba?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
You're gonna get murdered. It's gonna take you out of the city and murder you.
I think Sal can handle his own.
Ooh.
All right. So you make your way down to the little sandwich shop. You order sandwiches, salads, boba, whatever else you want. Again, this is the same shtick as last session where it's honestly the same place. You go to the same place that Cyril took you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Where you can basically order from anywhere across the globe.
And it comes through portals.
And it comes through portals, and you can get all sorts of things. And he also has like a bag of holding that it can all just go into.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, everybody just has bags of holding here. It's fine. This is not world breaking. And you all can like pack up a nice little lunch, maybe grab a bottle of wine or whatnot, or whatever else floats your boat. And yeah, so to get off the island, you do go down to the docks, and there is like a little gondola ferry service.
Oh my goodness.
That takes you around the island. So it's like a cute little like first part of the date where you're getting like the tour of the island as you're like traveling over to The area on the map that's called the
I
Delve.
see.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. How? Because it doesn't seem like it's easy to access this part of town.
Well, there used to be a lot more going back and forth between the city and the Delve. Back when they were mining, but that was millennia ago,
I see.
from my understanding. Now it's just a collection of old rooms. Some of the teens like to graffiti and shit, but
Oh. You would never.
I mean, I did once when I was dumb and young and didn't know any better.
No, you stop that.
This is a children's show.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said, but it doesn't matter if it was in my head.
Oh.
Turn off Hive Mind.
Oh, sorry.
Whoops.
Salvador can opt in and out anytime he wants.
We're not close enough no more.
No.
Oh, it's fair.
So you went on a picnic to an abandoned mining.
It's
area.
romance. This is romantic.
Yeah, not at all getting murdered.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna get murdered.
This
No.
is definitely not what a serial killer does.
No.
Dumps
It
the
is
bodies
a
in the
very
mines.
beautiful trip over to
Yeah.
this area.
There's gemstones embedded in all the walls.
And like this is a gondola service that goes specifically there. Like there are gondola tours that go around the city for guests, like tourists that come to visit. But this is one that specifically goes to the Delve because it's like a tourist attraction now.
I see.
That like it gets graffitied at night by the teens,
I
but like
see.
during the day it's an attraction that
It's
like
like the
people go and they
historical-
see.
yeah.
Yeah, there's some historical significance. They're really gorgeous ruins when you arrive. Like at some point this was like very stately dwarven like Dwemer
Yeah.
style structures.
That's Skyrim.
A little.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
a Skyrim
Okay,
reference.
it's Art Deco.
It's Art Deco.
Thank
It's
you.
Art Deco made of brass and stone
Yeah.
and marble and at one point there were probably precious gems inlaid into the stone, but people have since stolen it.
Sure.
Gotcha.
Those assholes.
People are gonna. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say there. People are gonna be assholes.
Yeah. So you step off
Everyone's
from the
got
gondola
two.
onto like the platform. There are like lamps around. It's lit. There's a couple other like tourists that are just like exploring. But it's kind of like going to a smaller museum where like there are other people there, but it's not super busy. It's not like you're going to the Field Museum or the MoMA. But there are other people out and about in this area.
Interesting. It's more populated than I thought, given your description of it prior to this. But
Well, outside going up to the surface, there's not many other places one can go. and
so this is where they
peace of
vacation.
mind.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But there is this cute little like courtyard where there used to be a fountain.
Oh.
Yeah, come this way. I'll show you.
Okay. I follow him, though. I feel. Did you say for all your warning of you're gonna get murdered? Did you say this actually to Salvador?
Nope. God no.
Okay.
As far as we know, you're at the park.
Yeah, we still
We
think
don't know
you're-
Yeah.
where
You
you
didn't
are.
tell us that
I-
you were not going to where you said you were going.
No.
Zoom into us being like, where are they?
Yeah, you're just checking your watch and.
Did they just go back to his place? Wow.
My chicken salad's getting warm.
Sal is fiddling with something in his pocket.
All right, so you make your way over to this like fountain area, and this is like
You
cute
have
little
no carnal
fountain.
pleasures. You stop that. Or carnal feelings.
And yeah, it's this like cute little area that like the building around it is like 2 stories tall with these like slanted roofs that come in. You can see that at some point there was this like little it's not a rain collection system because you're underground. But water did seep into this cavern, and so there's a collective system that like fills up a reservoir that used to feed the fountain, but it's like no longer functioning. And he just like sits down. You have like a nice, lovely lunch. And at some point during this process, at sometime during this date, dates and processes,
They're very
don't get
similar.
them mixed up.
Yeah.
At some point during this date, there's like another rumble of the cavern, and you can like feel it shake. He kind of like second nature, just like kind of grabs some of the things that are like sitting on the ledge of the fountain, but doesn't like seem to super mind it. This has kind of become expected. I think he mentioned something about this being like a daily occurrence at this point.
It seems pretty dangerous to just have to live with almost impending doom. You feel that way?
What is your passive perception? Can you make me a perception check real quick?
Oh, my perception is, I think I have a 10, so.
Your passive is 14 to my knowledge.
That's my other character. I play a rogue that has 0 to wisdom.
Yeah.
But sounds pretty good at wisdom. Okay. I think that's a 17.
Okay.
Or,
So 17.
or passive? Is this an active
Oh,
perception?
I was looking at your passive, but then I wanted you to do an active.
Okay.
As it's happening, you do notice that like the accompanying the vibration, there is this like humming or like buzzy hum that's coming from what you kind of now know to be like the caverns that the delve goes into. So the delve goes into the mines.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that there's like some sort of humming that's like very buzzy.
Malroy, I've had some interaction with floating magic source crystals. Do you think that could have some? I think one of my friends was saying that the weave is all messed up here.
Yeah. They really haven't said much yet. We've all kind of been in the dark there, but I mean, yeah, they don't seem too confident that what's going on is something they can fix. Either that or they just don't care. Probably making it some sort of spectacle, increase taxes or something.
That would seem to fit with the bureaucratic side of things, though. I don't know. I just feel there's something rotten afoot.
I can't imagine the city failing altogether, though.
That's a new saying.
What? There's something rotten afoot?
I heard raw in the foot.
Oh, rotten.
Rotten.
Rotten a foot. Okay.
Rot.
I was so
Yeah,
confused.
so, yeah. I don't know. Can't do much of it myself. I'm just a bartender.
You say that, but you got skills. You can juggle, which is more so than what other people can do here.
I appreciate the compliment, Salvador, but it's a bit over my head. I don't know what could somebody like me do?
What would you want to do?
Oh, gosh. I mean, world is my oyster. I've always wanted to travel. You know those portals? Every time I go and visit that cafe on the corner, I see those portals, and I just... What would it be like to just pick up a bag and step through one of them?
You know, you can always head out. There's a great big world out there, although it is a little bit scary right now.
That's for sure. Gosh. It still doesn't even... It feels surreal that the capital has been destroyed. You know? I know that only happened like a month ago now.
Yep.
But I still just doesn't feel real quite yet, you know?
Yeah, it is pretty hard. We got a newsletter earlier that's basically towns are falling left and right. So maybe this is a blessing to be in a town that is relatively safe. Although I was telling Cyril this whenever we saw those portals, that having portals just anywhere seems like a huge security risk where anything can come into these portals, particularly the monsters that are plaguing the rest of the continent.
Oh, I can assure you they're quite secure.
Yeah. Yep. I pat the sides of my legs and I say, yep.
Something about passcodes, and there's this like custom system.
For food.
Yeah.
Okay.
This date is
Cross
so amazing.
dimensional portal couriers. They have to all be licensed and approved.
Anyway, this is probably not great.
Entertainment.
Well, it is. I look around the ruins. These are rather nice.
Yeah, they are.
Sal's blowing the state. He doesn't know. I don't know.
That's the plan,
Blowing.
Hey.
I was gonna do this later, but I don't know any good time to do this. I made you something.
He looks a little perplexed. You what now?
I made you this, and Sal pulls out a bracelet that he had made last night from the thread that he'd gotten from the Castle Valerian.
Damn, you work fast.
So yeah, I pass it over to Malroy, and I put it around his wrist. It's got a loop on the end so that you can pull the thread through.
Gay.
It's like kind of in
Yes.
silence for a little bit
Very good.
as he's like trying to put it around his wrist and all.
I wrap it around his wrist and I tie it for him.
Wow, that's surprisingly kind, Salvador.
That's me. I'm full of surprises.
Can't say I've ever had somebody do something like that on a first date before.
I'm exploring different hobbies.
Part of me is like, should I be concerned? Am I gonna get like murdered by this guy? But like,
What a
honestly,
twist.
like in my heart, that just feels very sweet. It's a nice thing to do, Salvador, and I really much appreciate it.
Just wanted to say thanks for being so nice back in making my first day here very nice.
I think he's gonna lean in for a kiss at that point.
And yeah, Sal will lean as well.
yeah, and we could probably fade to black here.
No, let's not. Is it a good
We could
kiss? Is
probably
it
fade to
warm?
black. There's
Is it
Roll a
French?
performance
some
check.
kissing that happens. He's not going to try to progress it any further.
Yeah. It is only day 2 of being acquainted.
I mean, you work fast. I mean,
Yeah,
should we remember what's
yeah,
his name?
Zahir.
Zahir.
Zahir was a day
Night
2.
one.
Yeah.
There's a heat of moment.
Yeah.
He thought he was going to die.
I mean, Zahir's love bombing you, so.
Yeah, that's true. So
It is.
you guys tread carefully.
Ooh, that's oof. We won't get into that.
And you
Yeah.
make your way back to the island.
Unmurdered.
Unmurdered. Just with some oddly uncomfortable knowledge about the delve. And yeah,
That's a lead.
that ends your date. He gives you like a cute little smooch goodbye. You make your way back to your party, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
He bids you farewell, gives you his number.
I already give him my business card, so I said I'll message you.
All right.
Are there phones in this? You say number.
We're
It's
just
like
gonna just
rats
assume,
and birds and sending
Yeah,
birds
it's
and
squirrels.
stuff.
Yeah.
Here's the number of
Like
my
your
raven.
magical coordinates, so
my
that
raven
the
ID.
courier system squares? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's like coordinates.
It's
So
like,
it's
here's where I live.
Yeah.
Is pretty much what that means.
Yeah, and that's your date. You
Yeah.
have a wonderful date.
lovely.
You went
Beautiful.
shopping, right?
Yeah, so you all go shopping. So let us figure out what you all did while we were on the date. What are we going on to do? Yeah. Anybody know what they were doing? Wanting to buy or whatever?
I was hoping to go to the clothing store, either the armor
Alright.
or the clothing store, whatever feels more appropriate.
Yeah, you have gotten some pretty strong hints, quote unquote hints from Cyril that you should probably do some shopping before the masquerade for clothing.
Okay.
I don't know if that's what you were
Yes.
thinking of.
I was
Okay.
thinking masquerade clothing, but also I was hoping to get enchanted clothing
Okay.
because I am armorless, and so
All right.
I don't get any benefits from what I wear, but I might want to.
Yeah, you've also kind of got quote unquote hints from Cyril that you probably shouldn't be wearing armor and bringing weapons into the masquerade.
Good thing
That's
my
not a
armor is a tattoo.
Not a problem for
three
me.
of us.
Yeah.
So I do want to go to, I guess, the Crystal Threads Emporium. That sounds like
Alright.
a clothing place. Or the Elemental Forge Armory. Because I imagine that there is a lot of cloth armor that is sold or made, since people are wizards and probably don't wear a lot of regular armor.
Oh yeah, exactly. You've got the vibe. That's why it's crystal threads.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I would like to get a custom thing made.
Okay.
And I will show them. I'm going to turn my cloak right side out, because it's been inside out for this whole time. And I would like them to fix up my cloak a little bit, make it look more presentable, the one with the wings on it.
Okay.
And then have an outfit made for the ball that is in theme with my cloak.
Okay. So
And if they could enchant my cloak to
to
do
have
things,
some sort of armor resistant. Okay.
or have wings.
So I will
like a cloak of
say,
wings,
generally
flying?
speaking, +1 armor is a rare magical item.
Mm-hmm.
So probably similar with the clothing, which base price for rare items is around $2,750 gold.
Gotcha.
So that's what we're looking at if you want to have a +1 enchantment to clothing that you purchase for the ball. And because it's magical items, like, it's already fancy as shit. You're not going to be paying additional for it being fancy, and I'll let you have it custom made.
Or if I could maybe get turn my cloak into a cloak of flying, and I could sprout
Cloak of
wings
Flying.
from
Do you know
it. I
the
have no
rarity
idea.
of that one?
I don't.
Okay, I can look that up.
But that is a magical item that I really wanted because it's thematic. I just have a cloak that has wings on it
Yeah.
already, and then they sprout. It'd be so cool. That's the goal.
Cloak of Flying. There are several types of cloaks of flying. There's cloak of
Oh.
insect flying, cloak of bat wings or bird wings.
Bird wings.
Probably.
Because you got like
Or cloak
angel
of
wings.
dim light or darkness. Oh, that only allows you to fly in dim light or darkness. So let's look at the bat wings or bird wings.
Bird wings.
You can use your action to speak this command word. It turns the cloak into a pair of bat wings or bird wings for 1 hour until you repeat the command as an action. The wings give you flying speed of 60 feet. When they disappear, you can't use them again for 1d12 hours. And they are rare, which again is going to be 2,750 gold.
How much did we
Yeah.
get each?
1,000.
There's a
4,000.
total of 4,000.
That's a bit
it's
out of
a
my
total of
price range,
4,000.
right?
I forgot about that.
I mean, I'm not going to use all of mine, so you're welcome to the other half once I buy my good.
I'll have my clothes made, just regular clothes for now, just a party
Okay.
outfit, and get my cloak, re-upped. to
Party
look nice.
outfits are like, I think, like 5 gold.
Sold.
I think it's like
I can get it enchanted later, right?
Yeah.
I could go back and get
yeah,
them
you could
enchanted.
go
Okay.
to an enchanter to have any item enchanted that you would like.
Okay,
That's
maybe
how they
we'll
work
win some
here.
money at the arena and then I can come back.
Was there money for the arena?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, 15 gold for fine clothes.
Oh, well, that's fine. I got plenty
That's
of
cheap.
gold.
It's expensive
Com-
because most clothes is like 1 silver.
Yeah.
Oh.
Meals are like 5 silver for dinner.
Mm.
And I like to
Yeah.
think that my mask is like gold wings. Like it's 2 gold wings with the eye slits.
Ooh,
Get 'em for the
yeah.
masquerade,
So
too.
yeah, everybody prior to the masquerade, figure out what your outfit is.
Yours is just.
And like,
I'm just gonna grow it out of my body.
I was gonna say it's just plants, right?
Yeah.
ooh, that's
Yeah,
sexy.
like a wooden mask just appears out of my face,
Wow.
and like a dress of flowers and leaves,
Ooh, okay.
vines.
So yeah, I would
Cape of
just say
petals.
that like everybody's gonna have to pay the 15 gold
Yeah.
for some fine clothes. If
Except
you
for
would like to
Upri.
have magical items as a result, in place of, you can do that. Yeah.
I think I know what I want in terms of what it looks like.
Okay. Gorgeous. I will have you all describe this in our next session when we get to the masquerade
Oh,
finally.
yes.
So that'll be lovely. I love hearing descriptions of clothing.
Picture it. Pants.
Great.
Pantsuit. Shoulder pads to the sky.
Yes.
Very
100%. Any other like shopping things?
I would like
that
to
you
buy
could
a
do?
ring of disguise. So hat of disguise is usually 500 GP.
All right.
I want to go to the bazaar, which says there'll be a finder's fee, and ask for a ring of disguise.
Okay. You said 500. I don't know what finder fees are like. Let's say it's 10%.
That makes sense.
Cool.
So 550.
550. Beautiful.
All right. And that lets me cast disguise self at will.
Ooh.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Hey, you and I can double up. I can also cast that.
Espionage.
Escandalo. Any other shopping things? And this is where we will close out the session. Is you all? So if you also want to do this after the session, just
Yeah. I'll
tell me what you wanted.
figure it out.
So then after Salvador's date or during Salvador's date, everybody goes shopping. It's wonderful. You have a great time. You meet some people. And I will just because I will point everybody's attention to Serendipity, which just for some reason just has a ton of stuff in there that sounds real fucking cool for no reason. It's not like that was the list of items that you all said you were interested in.
I almost went for the immovable rod after our side game and how useful that was.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's funny.
And it's only 300, so maybe Upri will get that.
Everything in here is 300.
Oh, it is.
I don't remember what I asked
Yeah,
for.
everything in Serendipity is also 300 gold, and you have no idea why. It's like,
Oh,
it's
I didn't-
all uncommon level.
300 below.
Yeah.
Serendipity, 300 and below.
Mhm.
Oh, I think Pearl of Power is a spellcast storing thing too.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally, anything that you all mentioned, I literally put in that store.
We gave lists, by the way, audience. We gave lists of things that we wanted.
Because doing shopping lists on air is friggin' hard.
Riveting.
Yeah.
Riveting. Okay, so we are at time though for today's session. So we are gonna close it out with that. We did a lot of awkward talking today.
Yeah.
Thank you all for that.
I didn't stab a single thing.
You didn't stab a single thing. I definitely had planned to stab some things today, but that's
I do awkward talking every day. Thank
we
you.
can stab things another day.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know
We got a mind to
what we don't
explore tomorrow.
know what Salvador
For
did at that
today.
island.
Are we exploring?
Yeah.
Didn't you say there wasn't there humming in the mines?
Yeah,
There
there's
was
humming
humming
in
in
the
the
mines.
Right
Oh.
after the earthquake.
What?
During the earthquake.
During the earthquake.
Yeah.
So something in the mines is reacting to the earthquake.
An
Something's
earthquake
afoot.
banshee?
There was a raw
And with
foot.
that,
Yeah, there's a raw.
we're gonna end the session. Woo!
Sorry, Jen.
All right. Dear intrepid listeners, as we close the curtain on this latest chapter of Shadows of Prophecy, we bid you farewell from the mysterious tapestry of our cosmic tale. Remember, the darkness never sleeps, but our doors are always open to those brave enough to explore. We couldn't do it without your support. A special thank you to our generous patrons, JCH, Chris B, and Maggie Z, whose unwavering support keeps the candles burning bright here at Goblin Forge. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe to stay updated on our future journeys into the unknown. This playcast is a Goblin Forge production. If you enjoyed what you experienced today, follow us on Instagram at goblin_forge_TTRPG, at goblin_forge on TikTok, or join our Discord community. You can find all of these links in our About Us section. And if you haven't already, be sure to share the mysteries of Shadows of Prophecies with your friends and fellow seekers of the supernatural. Until we meet again, may the mysteries of this world continue to intrigue your mind and awaken your sense of wonder. Stay curious, stay daring, and always embrace the darkness.
Hell yeah.
Bye.